Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have four-time NBA champion John Salley in studio, also noted vegetarian. We get into that with him. Vegan, yes, you're right. Thank you. He would be mad if I said vegetarian. Great interview with John Salley. We're going to talk about the NBA Eastern Conference Finals that started tonight. Little hockey talk, hot seat, cool throne. And then our good friend Jersey Jerry is going to be back for some Bring Your Lunch Pail blue collar talk, as well as some State of the Union for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we get to all of that, we are brought to you by our friends at Visible. When it comes to saving on wireless, Visible wins every time. Other wireless carriers hit you with costly monthly bills, tricky extra fees, and unwanted add-ons. The competition doesn't stand a chance. The choice is obvious. Visible. You can shell out $60 or more a month with other mobile carriers, or pay as little as $25 a month for single-line wireless with Visible. You can get cornered into a family plan by other guys to try and save, or save solo on a single line with Visible. You can pay extra fees every month on another mobile plan, or you can pay no extra fees with Visible. So switch to Visible at visible.com/pod and get unlimited single-line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Comparison to a single line with unlimited data at other major carriers. For plan and network details, see visible.com/pod. Visible has the best wireless plan out there for everyone. Check it out, visible.com/pod. If you love us, which I hope you do because you're listening, Visible's our presenting sponsor. So please, in kind, if you're thinking about switching your mobile carrier or getting a new mobile carrier, Visible's the only way to go. Visible.com/pod. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by visible.com/pod, the best wireless plan out there. Today is Wednesday, May 18th, and the tension in this room has already begun. The Miami Heat have an incredible third quarter. Jimmy Butler, all-time performance, stops the Celtics, who look like they were cruising, win game one, and Jake and Hank are already kind of at each other's throats. Boys?
I don't think we are.
Exactly.
Hank, would you agree?
It was fine. Everything was going fine. Nothing too sportsmanship. And then Jake, the Heat fan, at the end of the game when the Celtics were down like 12, basically had to have a 3 and a stop on every possession. A rebound goes up, and Jake, if you didn't know he was a Heat fan, sounded a lot like a Celtic fan and was like, oop, here come the Celtics. Even though the game was over.
Exaggeration meter.
Oh, we have it on
alarm.
Exaggeration alarm.
It was
exaggeration alarm.
Sound the
you
alarm.
made a noise like, the Celtics
they missed
are
what
gonna
I
come
thought
back.
was going to be a dagger. And then I was just like, oh, that was it. Literally it. No words.
I think that's the exaggeration alarm. Just whoop,
Whoop.
Like Celtics have a chance here. Like this
Didn't
is
say
bad.
that though.
Billy, please enter. Billy texted me right before saying low-key shitting my pants right now, so start without me. Was it low-key or high-key?
Low-key.
Okay, all right.
Hey, Hank, a lot of people are saying, a few people alerted to me this in the chat, but you had a little injury. You were playing dinged up for like the second half of the game there. What happened? Because you said before we started the podcast that you got a funny bone injury. Some people said that you hurt your elbow doing a double fist pump.
Oh, no.
See, that's where it's like you're just out of your – you're just – literally this is propaganda PFT. This is his what he does with the NFL. if you watch the stream, you watch the clip, I told you that I had a funny bone injury, and then you just literally, I watched your brain.
I heard the same thing as PFT.
Invent the story out of your own mind.
No, you told me how you heard it by slamming your elbow down onto the arm of a chair
But
after
it was,
you were doing a double fist bump.
It's hard to control both arms.
I put my hands up in disgust, like what the heck just happened, and in my motion to put it down, I hit my funny bone.
So what the fuck did just happen? Because Jimmy Butler, all I know is Jimmy Butler had 41. It's back to last year when he said he was stupidly locked in the playoffs. That was like he was doing everything. He's blocking shots. He was scoring at will. They went 39-14 in the third quarter. The Celtics actually, I think we all kind of felt it because the Celtics played a really good first half, and then you looked up and you're like, wait, they're only up by like 6 here or whatever it was.
It was 8 at the
It
half.
was 8 at halftime,
like 20.
But it was crazy because they were shooting so well, 60% from the field in the first half. And then Jimmy Butler, no man has wanted 40 points more than Jimmy Butler wanted 40 points at the end of that game. Jay Butt was going to shoot the ball in every possession at the end of the game just to put the 40 spot up there. What is a 40? It's a 50 burger, 60 lobster, 70 taco.
I think 40 is just a fucking great game.
I think it's a 40 piece.
It's a 40 piece.
Yeah,
he
put a
did. He
40
pieced them. He was also like crazy efficient because he went 12 for 19 from the field and 17 for 18 from free throw, which the Celtics couldn't. I felt like they missed like one of every
10+.
two.
24 32, 75%.
8.
And on the defensive end, he was awesome too. He was stealing the ball like every
yeah.
time down. And to all the haters out there that say, "Oh, Jimmy Butler never D's up against the opponent's best player," I saw him guarding Grant Williams for most of the game.
Yeah, he was all over the place. That was the Jimmy Butler game. We also should mention that the Celtics did have Al Horford out with COVID, Marcus Smart out with a foot, but maybe not.
We saw his foot. We were sitting next to his agent, and his agent mentioned something about his foot, and we saw it bleeding on the sideline after when we took a picture with him.
So a bleeding foot.
But that's not really what they reported,
could
so
that
I'm kind
be?
of confused.
What could a bleeding foot be? No Boston sports star has ever come back from a bleeding foot.
That's what
in
it
the
looked like,
postseason.
honestly. It was like you looked down, and the front of his foot was just like bleeding.
That's crazy because I think they did report it as a foot sprain. But if there's blood coming out, like I don't know, is stigmata? That's not a
Metatarsal? Is that a thing?
Bro Football Doc, what's your diagnosis?
Burst blister.
Oh,
Burst blister. Okay.
blister.
I mean, if I'm going to take Hank's side on this a little bit, and I think that I should just to stir the pot a little bit against Jake, the game is absolutely a much different entire setup if they've got Al Horford playing and Marcus Smart playing.
Yes.
But the Heat didn't have Kyle Lowry, and the PA announcer, Mr. Dos Minutos, was out due to his daughter's graduation.
Which I'm going to throw a
that
flag.
cancels out with Marcus Smart in my eyes.
That guy doesn't care enough. The fact that he went to a graduation instead of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Was
You're
it-
the Dos Minutos guy.
yeah,
Was it
big deal.
Was it a college graduation?
Yeah, it was like
High
Columbia
School?
Medical School.
Oh, it was
or something.
medical school. So it was
fuck
like
off.
it was like the third graduation.
Get out of here.
I gotta double check.
Yeah,
But
thank
Michael
God they
Diamante
survived.
is his name.
They survived without the Dos Minutos.
That's
Right, that's a
bullshit.
big
Classic Miami not showing up.
we
Bad
also
sports town.
we also should mention that I think I was searching quickly. I think that was the best playoff game, NBA playoff game by a Gabe ever, in Gabriel Vincent, who was awesome. He was he had that like stretch where he was hitting everything. He had 17 points. Hank, how like
Bad.
yeah, because
They
And
won
I know
3
this
out
is
of
a-
4 quarters
this is a
and lost by 11.
damn. I didn't realize they won 3 out of 4 quarters. Well, that should count for something.
39-14.
I said beforehand, and everyone laughed at me, but with the COVID thing, it did feel to me like the Celtics are like in the unknown right now. I think it's bullshit that anyone should be out for COVID. It's like it should be like the NFL playoffs where COVID just didn't exist. Al Horford's out possibly for the second game, and who knows what's going to happen to the rest of the team. But are you worried about that at all?
I'm in full-blown denial about that because that would I would lose my mind. I don't think
Right.
I would cease to exist if that were the case.
And
I'm
rightfully
hoping
so.
that Adam Silver takes a book from Goodell's playbook, and once they have a bunch of tests and they get worried, because it affects the game. It's like everyone's talking about COVID and not about the game.
No,
Are they testing like asymptomatically? Is it part of
Well,
the procedure, or did he have?
I
Was he
think-
like coughing and had a fever and shit?
I think that from what I understand, Al Horford doesn't have the booster, and then the big issue is Jaylen Brown is not vaccinated. So that's where it's like a little dicey, or people don't think he's vaccinated.
So
I think it's one of those things where people have asked, and he said he hasn't given a straight answer.
Because of several games that he hasn't played in this year, notable games, yeah.
And I agree, though, Hank. Like, if you could be the biggest Celtics hater in the world, you could be the biggest Heat fan in the world. If you think that, like, COVID in the spring of 2022 should be deciding playoff series, you're crazy. Like, that's bullshit. But it has to be at least discussed because Al Horford missed tonight.
I'm not going to discuss it.
Okay.
I'm just going to what Taylor Swift say? I'm removing myself from that narrative.
Okay. I like that. What are you going to say, Billy?
I'm not rooting for the Celtics.
Oh, why?
Because they're game changers.
What do you mean?
Free thinkers.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Got it. Okay.
Gotcha. But they're not.
But
You're vaccinated, Billy. Billy doesn't like when we say that he's vaccinated. No, it hurts his street cred somehow.
Isn't it a possibility, though, that the Celtics were the ones that
You're not a freak.
that are doing most of the testing on their own just to keep anyone who's possibly infected away from Jaylen Brown?
Well, no, they were like on a flight together. They were in practice together. Like there was pictures that were shown of Al Horford standing in the huddle at practice like earlier today.
Okay.
So that's why it has to be at least discussed. Again, I think it's bullshit. I don't think anyone should have to sit out at this point.
I think if you're sick, if you're actually sick, you probably should be playing.
But it's at least needs to be discussed because it seems like it's going to be a storyline in this series. Even if it's just Al Horford misses game 2, he's clearly important. Hank, is it your denial, not panic?
Denial, not panic. It was a winnable game. They won 3 out of 4 quarters. They looked great in the second half. Jaylen Brown, Jaylen Brown played bad. He just played bad. Threw up a stinker.
He might have COVID
in the fourth quarter. Well, he came alive in the fourth quarter, but the game was already decided. Jason Tatum had like 100 points in the first half and then shot the ball 4 times.
Yeah,
like I don't know what happened in the third quarter.
The bigger concern is like you guys couldn't get the ball up the court. It was like
it was shades of Game 5. Like they were just having horrible turnovers.
Here's the thing with the Celtics, and this is like Marcus Smart is their point guard, and it does feel like at times they don't have anyone else they truly trust dribbling the ball.
And he's not even like a real point guard.
Right, and you saw it in this game, whereas like what's going on here, the Heat just kept on getting transition dunks, steal dunk over and over in that third quarter, and then you get up to a point where Jake is fake cheering for the Celtics in your face, and
he was trying to give me hope. That's what he was doing. Like it was as if Jake was a neutral fan watching the game and was like, "Oh, Hank's my guy. I'm gonna root for him to like. I want Hank to be happy, so I'm gonna try and like will the Celtics to victory." That was the noise that he made.
He like
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
He apologizes for beating you.
He's like, "Oh, here we go. This might be good for you."
As he's beating you harder, he's like the hangman. He's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. That looks like it hurts. Let me just pull this rope up a little bit more.
This might be good for you." I'm rooting for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jake, if you're getting beat by somebody.
You're not. He's not.
And somebody is apologizing to you. Like, can you imagine how that could make one angry?
I understand I've done that before, but in this instance, you guys are blowing it out of proportion. I'm sorry.
Well, we're on edge because it's Eastern Conference Finals. I saw Hank blow up at you while we're sitting in the gambling cave, and I just put a quick shutdown to it. I said, save it all for the show. No one say another word. And yeah, this is what we're going to get. And Hank's not even looking at you right now. He's not giving you eye contact. It's going to be tense in here. This is what the listeners want. This is sports, baby.
Yeah. Jake, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how to actually make it hostile.
Let's make it better. Let's make it better. Jake, would you apologize to Hank for beating him tonight?
No.
But you should, because they won 3 out of 4 quarters. So it's kind of an asterisk on your win.
Like he had 2 of his best players out tonight.
Right. And 3 out of 4 quarters.
Yeah, and also that.
You guys are trying to make me take the bait.
No, I just think that it would be the polite thing, the sportsmanship thing to do.
It's a long series.
That's fine. You don't have to show good sportsmanship.
Okay.
That's okay.
It's a long series.
Don't be a good sport. Don't you?
This was more of a must-win for the Heat than the Celtics.
Thursday night should be interesting.
This without their starters.
Yeah, should we stream on Thursday night? We probably should because I like watching you guys just sit there next to each other, interact. It's just fun.
Nothing happened on the stream.
No, I know, but having you guys watch a game together definitely makes it better.
Nothing from you happened on the stream, but your presence as you're winning, it does affect Hank physically.
And there was a moment where Hank was talking sweep. In the first quarter, he was saying this is the Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum show.
You said 5 on Sunday's show, which is still in play.
Yeah. Here you go. Take that, Hank. All right.
There was one other thing that I noticed in the game. Pat Riley. You see when they cut to him, they always have to cut to Pat Riley once or twice.
Alonzo Mourning.
And Alonzo Mourning. Oh, and Haslam, by the way. Haslam is
a coach,
He's
but
a
he's in
he's a
uniform.
coach on the court, on the bench.
Yes.
It's awesome. He's like giving hand signals and stuff from the sidelines. It's incredible watching him. But they showed Pat Riley tonight. I'm a little concerned what's going on with old Pat because he had no hair gel in at all. It was like he got a Brazilian blowout.
He is old.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't. Old people put a shitload of hair gel.
No,
in.
I know. I just think he might be at the I'm not even trying anymore.
See, I never thought that Pat Riley would reach that age, and it was like he had a little mini fro going on.
Pat Riley was born before Hitler died.
Wow.
He's 77 years old. Just looked it up. March 20th, 1945. He's an old guy. He's been around for a long time. He's the Godfather. He's incredible.
He is. No, listen, I love Pat Riley. Pat Riley is an all-time basketball mind.
Yes.
When I see Pat Riley, I want to see him slick
Yeah.
back. I want to see him wearing like a shirt that's too cool for me to even wear.
I get what you're saying. You're right. You're right. Alonzo Mourning still looks like he'd give anyone 15 and 10 to, at any point. We also had let's just say this. Long series, Hank, you lost game 1 against the Bucks. It's no big deal. Series doesn't start till you lose at home.
True.
So you're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also had the draft lottery tonight, which was fun. The Magic.
I didn't actually even register that happening.
Oh, yeah,
Would you like
that
to break the news to me?
Oh, yes, the Magic got the first pick. Who got the second pick? I can't even remember.
Was it Thunder? Thunder were top 4. I know that.
So,
Was there any good guests in the crowd?
yeah, well, Rip Hamilton was there, didn't put on his mask. It was sitting next to him.
Thunder too.
I'm convinced that ruined
Thunder
the
are gonna
pick for
be
the Pistons.
A wagon.
Thunder
They
have a billion
Yeah.
picks. Who else was? Oh, Anderson Varejao was there, which I thought he was still playing, but he was there for the Cavs.
He'll be on the Lakers next year. LeBron will bring him back.
He'll definitely be on the league. I'm trying to think who else was there. There was one GM that was there, which
Damian Lillard.
that's the saddest thing you can do. Like that spot is for like a fan, a player, a mascot. You don't.
Yeah,
if you're the
daughter.
GM,
was
you
it
can't sit
was it
there.
Swin Cash from the Pelicans?
Maybe I don't know. You just can't. You can't do that.
It's almost beneath you.
Yeah, right.
At that point, yeah,
Exactly.
that's for a giveaway. That's a ticket that you give to a fan that like had a part of the stadium fall on them earlier this year, and you're trying to make it up to them. You're
Yeah.
like, hey, listen, I'll give you an autographed like I don't know, like 1999 6-man that we had jersey, and then I'll also let you sit next to the envelopes.
right.
The
Right.
best was Jamie Gertz. She was always a mind blown moment.
Yes.
She would be there for the Hawks.
We also
The
had
actress.
an all-time record scratch moment in the gambling cave, which could have been the greatest like Mike Greenberg dumb rule ever. Coach Doug's, who is our colleague, said after the lottery was decided,
The real Coach Doug's.
the real Coach Doug's, he said,
Well,
so
Actually, the fake Coach Doug.
yeah, the what brought to life the reanimated
The Frankenstein,
yeah, unanimated, reanimated,
animated.
No, he's not animated.
He's like the 3D version
He's
of the
live
Simpsons
action.
when they did the Halloween
It's
episode.
live action.
Yeah, when, like, they
live
make-
action Coach Doug's.
Yeah, when they do the Halloween.
It's a
yeah.
cartoon come to life.
Yes,
live
yes.
action.
So anyway, they finished the lottery, and he just goes, So when do they start picking? And I was like, we were like, wait, what?
It does
And-
make sense. So that's one reason why I think that the NFL will definitely implement this at some point in the future, because you get an entire new night of ratings out of this extravagant. Roger Goodell will figure out a way to make the NFL draft lottery like 6 hours long,
Right.
Presented by Northrop Grumman, and he'll bring out like the Girl Scouts and the troops.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
they'll turn it into like a massive thing.
But could you imagine how electric it would be if they did the lottery and then they're like, all right, Magic, you got 10 minutes. You're on the clock.
yeah, you got to have your draft boards in order.
Yeah, like you don't know where you're going to pick, and let's go. Get at it. So, yeah, I think they should do that from now on. It would be an electric moment. I'm trying to think what else. Well, we had hockey. I'm still not. Oh, yeah, the Panthers lost. Jake?
Yeah, I mean, I tweeted this yesterday morning, so it's a little bit of old news, but the fact that the NHL put the Heat and the Panthers together 6 of the 7 nights, especially games 1 and 2 when they're both home 40 minutes away, is an absurd decision.
Uh-oh.
No, it's no
Now-
respect. You got
No
no
respect
respect.
for
you-
South Florida.
You've got us against the world now.
Yeah, we've been that way, but it's nice because for the next 2 weeks, like if one loses, you'd be like, all right, I still have the other one. So unless it's a reverse sweeps, you're getting a big win somewhere.
Now, I don't want to this is your fan base, the Heat, but they are like, remember last year in the finals when we were watching the finals games and we're like, damn, Phoenix Suns fan base, like this would be the coolest
Yeah,
party.
you'll never
to go
say
to.
that about Miami. I'll get
No,
in front of
every
it.
single time they show a person in Miami, I'm like douchebag, douchebag, douchebag. I don't know. Do they always? Everyone always wears white linen.
Yeah, white hot heat.
Yeah, white
That's
hot
the
heat.
thing.
There's the guy with he was wearing like a backpack in the front, a Louis Vuitton.
That's Miami.
Yeah.
Jake thought Flow Rider was Pitbull.
No.
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I said
Yes.
I knew it was one of them. I said both
You
names.
thought you had your double dip?
Who'd
in
you
your
say
Suns?
first?
Double dip.
Who'd
Yeah.
you say first?
I may have said Pitbull.
They look a lot alike, right?
yeah.
They're
They're both bald, right? They both wear sunglasses inside.
They don't look anything alike.
Nothing alike. I mean, that's also Mr. Worldwide. You should know Mr. Worldwide.
The other
Yeah.
one's Mr. 305, I believe.
No, that's the same guy.
Pitbull, Pitbull, Dale,
Pitbull's everything.
Mr. 305, and
Honestly,
Worldwide.
I didn't know
yeah.
who Hootie and the Blowfish was, so like anything pop culture music. Like,
I don't think
I
that's
don't know
a
anything.
fair comparison.
okay,
Hootie
I'm
the
sorry.
Blowfish and
He won, who
Mr.
cares?
Literally Mr. Worldwide. Jake
Okay.
Hank is now. We played in Hank's hands. He wanted us to do that because he needs to get back above.
No,
Jake.
we're talking about Heat
no,
fans.
no,
I was
that-
just bringing a topical reference from the stream
That's
earlier.
the thing about Heat fans is they're focused on one thing and one thing only. That's the game, right,
Yeah.
Jake? That's what
Of
you're
course.
focused on.
Exactly.
Yeah. I do hope that they both, in a weird way, it'd be cool if they both won their championships and they scheduled the parades on the same day. Make it big. There'll be 20 at one, 60 at the other.
Yes.
Good one. You don't want to. Some guy got in my way with that comment, and I.
Oh, you ran him over? Damn.
Wow, where'd you learn that move from, Jake?
I
Oh man.
Sorry, Jake.
it's okay.
You're a winner.
Yeah, you are.
This all comes from a place of bitterness. I want you to understand that every
Yeah.
bad thing I say about you and about your teams, every bad thing I say about every fact that I make up and propaganda I spew about Hank, it comes from a place of extreme jealousy that
Yeah.
you get to root for championship caliber teams.
Appreciate it.
And I think I speak for PFT when I say that the two of us sitting right now, with no teams left in the playoffs, we just want you guys to just tear each other apart. I want
yeah.
like throat scratches. I want body blows. I want mean things said.
I want everyone to be as
don't know if
miserable
you're
as
gonna
I
get
am.
Yeah, I want feelings
know.
hurt. I
Yeah.
want things to like be a little tense for a few months after this. I want it to be like, oh yeah, like maybe I want both of you to talk shit about each person behind their back. I want it all. I want it all.
I just don't know.
Because
if
that's
you-
all we got. We don't have teams. We just want
I know.
chaos and miserable people. If both of you could lose this series, I would root for that.
Yeah, I understand. I just don't know how you're gonna get that out of me.
Oh, we'll get
Yeah.
you. Will do
We'll push
enough
you.
of you to make Hank respond in
Talking
kind.
behind his back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can get that out of you.
Yeah.
You did that yesterday.
Jake, we've made
Don't tell him what I said.
Okay.
we've made stronger men break than you.
All right. Other stuff before we get to Hot Seat Cool Throne. I'm still not over Sunday night. Chris Paul, he does have a quad injury.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
king of injuries.
Well, after the game, actually during the game, Patrick Beverley tweeted out, now watch and let's see who has a fake injury pop up at the last second. And then about an hour later, Chris Paul was spotted limping around the hallways with an ice pack on his quad. They asked him about his quad injury. He said he didn't feel like talking about it
Yeah.
that much. It's the LeBron, I have a pretty much broken hand. It's basically broken.
It's every single time. I mean, at the end of the day, I think we all know where we stand with Chris Paul. I think you said it, PFT. He's like the best player who kind of stinks. I also think
Of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
No offense to Short Kings, but it is one of those situations where height and size do matter, and it's not a surprise that Chris Paul's body breaks down every single year.
Yeah.
And he like gets exposed defensively every single year, and these moments happen every single year.
I mean, it does matter. Size does matter. Like it
Yes.
or not, that's just the truth.
It's fact,
like,
baby.
if you're getting hit by other things that are bigger than you, you're probably going to get hurt more frequently than the bigger guys.
If there's a guard that's taller than you, it's probably going to be more difficult to guard him than if he's the same size as you.
I'll say something very nice about Chris Paul. Chris Paul, he should be the face of the Hall of Very Good. He should be like first inductee. He should be the president of the Hall of Very Good.
Yes.
I mean, obviously he's a Hall of Famer, but I'm saying like he is what I think of when I think of like, he makes it so easy for you to make the championship argument, which is why I felt great about all the shit that we've talked about Chris Paul. I would not take back a single breath of it. But I'm starting now after the fact when they're doing all the postmortems and you see like even Greeny getting in a couple like smirks here and there on Chris Paul.
Yes.
I'm starting to now like flip just a little bit. It feels like
I was saying this on Sunday.
There's too much piling on going on Chris Paul where I don't want them to steal that away from me, but it looks like it's out of my hands now where you've got everyone now in agreement like, oh, this is now the official Chris Paul narrative. I think that like I'm starting to think maybe next year I might root for it to change.
It's like the Tony Soprano when he fights Jackie Aprile Jr. in the bathroom and he's like, put your hands up, put your hands up. Like Russillo, put your hands up, fight me, fight us.
Exactly. I want some opposition to it, so it's not fun when you're piling on a guy and there's nobody left to conquer.
And everyone's
like, I just found a gun in Ryan Russillo's in the pocket of his jacket and he's dating my daughter, but he's cheating on her. He's at a strip club. And I just know that he's going to have to be whacked after he robs that benefit concert and sticks up the card game.
But just make sure you make it look like it was a drug deal gone wrong.
Exactly. That's what I want. I want to shoot Ryan in the head.
Yes. While he's walking away.
Yeah.
Russillo's down bad. I talked to him on the phone on Monday. He was like, I feel like such a loser because everyone keeps checking in on me. And I was like, I just silenced. I was like, okay.
You okay, man?
Yeah. I was like, you okay?
That's actually like one of the worst moments that you can have in life. If you ever find yourself in a position where you're getting texts from people that you haven't talked to in like months and they're all just checking, being like, hey, are you all right?
Yeah.
I just want to say like I love you in case you need to hear that right now.
Yeah.
It's actually like it's good to check in on your friends, but it's bad to check in on somebody that you haven't spoken with in a long time just because you know that they're doing really shitty at the moment.
Right. And it's also very weird to be like checking in on someone because they just have an affinity towards a 37-year-old point guard that can never come up big in big moments.
Yeah.
We also have Patrick Beverley has arrived as like hater of the year. It's over. He's won hater of the year. I think he flew from vacation to get up to just slander and go after Chris Paul. He called him a traffic cone. He went as far to say is that when he plays Chris Paul, he goes out the night before, he gets a steak. He has no problem when he plays Steph Curry. He's asleep by 8 p.m. And then, unfortunately, like everything in life, he stayed an extra day and then started to expose himself as like, oh, he's just like all hot takes because he then went into how James Harden was going to get the Supermax from some other team. JJ Redick was like, that actually is not possible. The Sixers are the only team that give him the Supermax. And he was like, well, someone else is going to give him the max. He was saying Jason Tatum doesn't play defense. Like all these things that he had one awesome day on all these shows and then stayed the extra day. And everyone's like, wait. Just go back to the Chris Paul. Play the Chris Paul plays.
He was also
do the Chris Paul thing.
He'd have a great time on this podcast.
Yes.
He would. Yeah. No, we open invite to Pat Bev to come on. He also got into the LeBron bubble, the asterisks, and he was like, "Yeah, LeBron got. Yeah, I guess the Lakers won a couple years ago, but that was in the bubble. It does not count." And JJ was like, "Well, I can put asterisks on any other title that you can name in like the last 10 years. I'll just make up reasons for the asterisks." This is where JJ gets like too intellectual. I like when Pat Bev just like fires off the hot takes. He just needs, the problem with him is he's shooting them out like a shotgun.
Right.
He needs to be a sniper. He
Buckshot.
He needs to pick like 2 lanes and then go hard on those 2 lanes because you can't have the hot take about every single possible thing.
JJ's almost too real for TV.
Well, what they
might try and muzzle him if he keeps speaking truth.
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
No, you're absolutely right. They're like, you can't do.
Mad Dog and Stephen A. are not happy.
Yeah, you can't
with
make
JJ.
them look stupid.
Yeah,
because we know they're stupid, but that's what sells.
Right.
JJ should have come back at Pat Beverley when he said the asterisks, which I love because we say it too, the bubble championship. He should have just said, are you saying that simply because you want the 3-1 collapse by the Clippers erased when your entire team quit against the Nuggets in that Game 7?
Yeah.
Because that would be the response that you could use to be like, hey, remember when that happened, Pat?
Yeah, I just like the idea of Pat Bev going. He's basically going to go door to door now.
He's
just
awesome.
Like, knock on every door in New York. Be like, hey, can I talk? He's like a evangelist. What's the Jehovah's Witness? He's like a Jehovah's Witness. He's got a pamphlet in his hand. He's like, hey, I'm here to talk to you about how bad Chris Paul stinks in the playoffs. I like him doing that on TV, and he's funny because He comes from like a small place of malice too. He's
no,
mad.
I don't think it's small. I think it's big.
But most people on TV, when they do these things, they're doing it. And you can tell they're really saying these takes because it makes them feel good about like having a spicy opinion. I think Pat Bev just like actually hates Chris Paul.
Oh, hates him, and it was so funny because he hit so well on that Monday get up. They're like, all right, dude, can you stay for 2 days and just do every show? He was doing Stephen A. Smith's World, which is like a very funny premise because it's Stephen A. Smith, remove him from his regular studio, put him into 2 nice chairs, and he does like a sit down conversation, like, let's get real. And so, but it was basically Pat Bev saying his Chris Paul, why he hates Chris Paul, but just in like a slightly lower tone. He was like, Stephen A. Smith was like, hey, Pat, when did this all start? Patrick Beverley was like, I was at a camp, I think it was high school or college, and Chris Paul was there, and I played him, and I destroyed him. And it's like, wait, but so why do you hate him? Like it made no sense, but it doesn't have to make sense.
Was he upset because Chris Paul got like more of the shine than Pat Bev did?
I don't know, but his hate is very real, and it also goes back to show, as much as I think a lot of us want to be smart sports fans, and a lot of us want to hear intelligent discussion from time to time about sports. Really, at the end of the day, we want someone who is very entertaining and has a very hot take and will stick by it.
Yeah,
because I watched that. And again, he was saying shit that just was factually incorrect, but the way he was saying it was so entertaining. I was like, I want more Pat Bev.
My new favorite take out there is how Skip Bayless is now the biggest Luka hater on the planet.
Yeah.
On the fucking planet. He's doing that exact same thing where he just like, he cherry picks the perfect stats to talk about Luka. He's like, he will not forget the games that the Mavericks lost in this series against the Suns. And every time it gets brought up to me, he's like, I don't want to talk about those. Those games don't matter. And they're like, well, what about all the games that Michael Jordan lost? And then he gets mad at them for even mentioning Michael Jordan's name in the same breath as Luka Doncic. It's great. Listen, this is probably like, I don't know, 90% of why I got into this line of work is because I fucking love the hot takes.
Yeah.
The strong takes, they make the world go round.
Right.
They make sports. Imagine if you had to just like have these conversations with your coworkers the next day at the office and they're making the dumbest points, but they are not able to make like the loud, completely factually incorrect, but entertaining points.
Correct.
We need that. We need that in society more than anything.
Yeah, and it was the perfect storm because even someone who is the most reserved like analyst of the NBA and who's the most mild take guy out there, I don't even know who that person is, but that person has to admit that what happened on Sunday night was one of the most embarrassing Game 7 losses of all time. It actually just was. You know what I mean? It's not, you can't watch that game and see that result and come away with anything less than that was an absolute total embarrassment. And also we should throw in Devin Booker should get some hate too. And DeAndre Ayton is now like at odds with everyone and they might not give him a contract. And I just there was an article that came out that DeAndre Ayton's like addicted to gaming, which I love those storylines.
Him and Kyler.
Yeah, he just spends all day gaming. And then you gotta like straddle the line because he's like, gaming has saved my life and my mental health. It's like, but also you're tired and yawning at practice. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they could have given him that contract before the year started.
Right.
And they're probably glad that they didn't based on how he acted in that game. Like, I know Monty Williams was fucking pissed at him at the end of the game because the report was that Ayton took himself out and then refused to go back in the game.
He only played 17 minutes, yeah.
He just said, no, I'm going to be out for the rest of the game. Just leave me on the bench. And if that's the case, like that's what we're going back to because Ayton, when he does play and he feels like he's being aggressive, I don't think he can really be stopped. Maybe Embiid could stop him or Giannis could stop him, but like he's an elite big dude when he's feeling like he's dialed in.
Yeah, the problem is with the NBA now, you just have to be like you have to be able to play 5 out, and I don't know how you can do that with him. That's the biggest issue.
One thing that I'm noticing though as a trend is that like all the best players in the NBA, they're dickheads when they're on the court.
Yeah.
They're like absolute assholes.
You gotta have an edge.
He doesn't have that edge.
You gotta get an edge. He probably has that edge at Verdansk?
It's called Dara now.
Yeah,
Dara?
it's an island.
Caldera? Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's probably got it there.
You gotta have some dog in you. That's what I'm getting at. Gotta have a dog.
Yeah.
Probably correct.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Good.
It means GG's.
Oh, okay. Let's do Hot Seat Cool Throne. Let's do Hot Seat Cool Throne. It is brought to you by our friends at Mugsy. Mugsies are the most comfortable men's jeans on the planet. Built with a proprietary stretch denim, these jeans look stylish but feel like you're wearing sweatpants. They're the most comfortable jeans in the world. Cotton-based for breathability and that classic or natural denim look and feel. They have more room for your balls, no hugging your balls. They're never too baggy, never too skinny. They're always just right. I'm telling you, guys, don't walk around with those super baggy jeans. You look like a clown. And also, guys, a lot of us can't pull off skinny jeans. I know that. I can't for a fact. So Mugsy is the perfect jean in the middle where you look stylish. It feels comfortable. It is everything you want in a jean.
Rip resistant.
Rip resistant. The greatest thing to hit pools since the Cannonball is here. Mugsy Swim as well. They just dropped 10 fresh new designs for their swim collection. No netting. Instead, they have a form-fitting liner that hugs your thighs. Super stretch fabric. Makes for a quicker drying surface. There's nothing worse than being in a wet bathing suit. So use promo code PMT for 10% off your entire order. Do your legs a favor and head on over to Mugsy.com to pick up a pair of the most comfortable clothes ever worn. That's Mugsy.com for 10% off your entire order using promo code PMT. Mugsy.com. Use that promo code PMT for 10% off your entire order. Hot Seat Cool Throne, Henry.
My hot seat is humans this summer. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm sure, Billy, you have the crying Snapchat filter.
Oh, yeah.
It's here. The Bills posted a video where they did it to all their rookies. It's starting to get more and more viral. It's one of those AI things it's scary.
Yeah.
What is
scary.
It's creepy.
Walk me through it.
Billy?
It's a deep fake that makes you look like you're crying.
Yeah.
Like you take a video of
It
you.
looks like you're
Let's Billy do a
sobbing.
video of this
Yeah.
conversation, and it looks like you're crying afterwards.
It's brutal.
Yeah, Billy saying to the camera, like, I was late for this episode, part of my take, because I was low-key taking a shit.
Yeah.
And we'll see what that looks like if you're crying.
I was.
Wait, what you got to do with it?
You have to use
Yeah,
your phone.
I use the film.
You know
Let me get the
Snapchat
filter
works?
going.
Billy, are we
I'll make you
low-key
cry.
worried that low-key is being used too much?
That's kind of the.
That's the point.
Oh,
That's high key.
okay.
Yeah.
Everything's low-key.
But it's
We'll
going to be a
just live
long.
low-key.
My
I got
point,
you, I
my
got you,
point
I
was
got
that
you.
it's going to be a long summer of that filter, and I agree, it's creepy, scary. I don't like seeing it.
What is it used for?
I think it's a Snapchat filter. I think
Yeah.
it's just
No, but like-
for laughs.
So I could just take a video of you, and it would look like you were crying on it, and then I would share it with everybody. and
Billy,
be
you
like,
should
Yeah,
take a video of
it's
PFT
Snapchat.
talking to Big Cat.
You've
and then
seen it.
use
You've definitely seen it. It's so good that you probably didn't know that that's what you were watching.
I just thought that we were getting more in tune with our emotions.
No, it's
Oh my
creepy.
God.
It's very, very creepy. He's doing it right now.
I guess I'm crying right now.
Yeah, you're fucking bawling your eyes
bawling.
out.
Let me
God,
see.
I'm such a
Let me see
beta.
you crying.
Take your glasses.
Post me crying.
I'm such a beta right
Oh
now.
my god.
Let me see. Oh no! Am I crying? All right, we'll put this out.
Oh, Jake, I can
Jake's
see
crying.
Crying.
Jake's bawling his
All right.
eyes out.
So what's your
Hank.
oh,
he's crying.
what's your cool throne, Hank?
My cool throne, I had Beverley, but luckily I had another one. It is Big Dick Booty Daddy.
Yes.
Rough and rowdy, probably the best. Like we did the Canelo Bivol fight last week. There was considerably
last week?
or whatever 2 weeks ago,
Oh,
basically last week. Considerably
That
less
fucked me
tension for that fight than this fight. This fight's been in the making for like I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years. This guy, Big Dick Booty Daddy, you're putting out a doc episode today. It's 10 minutes. You get the whole backstory, but one of the most electric promo cutters I've ever seen.
He's the
basically
biggest
a
prick
pro
in the fight game.
pro wrestler. Yeah, he said he won a fight, and then he said he was going to eat Bobby Lang's wife's box like a hungry hippo. And in much more vulgar words, and he's cut like a million promos like that. It's going to be on Friday. PFT
Is it
making
be there?
his
Yeah.
debut on the sideline,
Yeah.
It's been my dream.
doing sideline reporting. I'll
Caleb,
I'll
yep.
let you spoil. He's got some good tricks up his sleeve. I don't want to spoil it. But that's gonna
What
be
are the
Friday
tricks?
night.
I don't know if I have any tricks on my.
Well, you
now,
said you were bringing something.
Now I got to think of a trick to
What
put
are
up
you
my sleeve.
bringing?
Oh yeah. I'm bringing something.
Say it and then we'll bleep it. So I can react.
I'm gonna bring a. That's what you got to have on.
Whoa.
The sidelines. Yeah.
bleep that and then that's big. That's
gonna- yeah.
That's gonna be big.
It's gonna be big.
It's gonna be big.
So Friday night, buy rnr.com. I cannot wait. Canelo versus Bivol was great. I've been way more excited for this for a while.
Yes, it's gonna be incredible.
It's a good
It's
card.
20 fights. It's the best pay-per-view you could buy in the world because it's nonstop action, great fights, great night. I'll sing the anthem. It's going to be the best.
It's actually the perfect thing to put on if you've got like some buddies over at the place.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are all cracking a few Coors Lights. Put on the fights, and it's going to be a hell of an evening.
Yes, yes.
This video is.
It's terrifying. The Snapchat filter is terrifying. PFT, your hot seat cool throw.
All the boys crying in this video.
So funny though.
My hot seat, well, I got Billy on the hot seat first and foremost because Billy tweeted out another grisly animal murder earlier today.
What, your ball sack?
It was aquatic.
Hank, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's very funny, actually, Hank. That was good. But yeah, he did tweet my ball sack out. But yeah, no, Billy tweeted out another animal murder. We've told him not to do that. We suspended him from tweeting videos.
I think you should keep doing it.
But you weren't supposed to do that.
tweeted it.
You weren't supposed to do that until after the second round at the PGA Championship, so that Max Homa would enter killer mode.
I don't
Max
know if
mode.
a quote tweet would hold up in court.
Mad Max
Yeah.
mode.
I think you should keep doing it, Billy. You got to just live.
It was
live your
current.
life.
It was current.
Low key. You should live your life.
It's like
High key.
It's like watching
Well, I'm confused.
It's like watching Animal Planet if it was directed by Quentin Tarantino. Just like all slaughters all the time.
It was a pygmy sperm whale that was being chased by a seal, released its ink.
The
and
whale was
then-
getting chased by the seal?
Yeah, in shallow water, those types of whales get their sonar fucked up, so it ran right into the rock, and then there was blood everywhere.
Oh,
and it just was like
jeez.
pinballing off the sides
It
of
cracked
rocks.
its skull. It was
Okay,
like
yeah,
Gus
keep
Farrat.
doing that.
Yeah.
I just muted Billy, so just keep doing it. I want you to keep doing it.
My other hot seat is the PayPal 6 men. Did you guys see the statement that the Suns put out yesterday?
Yes.
So the Suns put out they tried to do their lightning statement. They
did.
tried to copy. I think that was our advice to them, right?
Yeah.
You got to go lightning with it. And they said today is a new day for Phoenix Suns fans. By the way, this whole thing is just like it's an all black graphic. Just letting you guys know the tone of this. A death occurred. The
Night mode.
work on next season is already underway. As employees, fans, partners, and PayPal 6-man members of the Phoenix Suns, you should be proud of what you have helped this team and our organization accomplish. It goes on and it basically says, hey, sorry for everything that happened. We apologize to you. While also putting like a very small amount of blame, but some of the blame nonetheless, on Phoenix Suns fans for just being like, hey, you guys fucked up too.
Yeah.
But
They should be refunded for that performance in Game 7. I also would just love to see a team account just be like, our bad.
they should have just done the crying filter on their entire roster.
Yeah, but just
we feel
like,
bad too.
If they had woken up the next day and just been like, hand up, that sucked.
That sucked. Hey, let's
Yeah.
all pretend last night didn't happen.
Yeah, right.
Do me a solid real
Yeah.
quick. My cool throne is the course at the PGA Championship. According to golf meteorologist Sam Bozorian, did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, bozo.
The winds will be blowing in 4 different directions on each day
Wow.
of the tournament this week. So
Does that ever happen?
get your popcorn ready. I don't know. I think it's usually not that windy in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, no.
But I'm going to be rooting for the course. I'm sure you will be too, except in the against the players that we're also rooting for. Also, I don't know if this counts as the course, but Brooks locked his keys in his car today.
He'll be fine.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I just figured that was it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, it's worth
And
mentioning.
You probably got to be looking around, and be like, "Hey, is Patrick Reed around here?
Yeah, he knows how to hotwire this thing.
Help me break the window
Yeah.
real quick."
Speaking of the PGA Championship, my hot seat is Max Homa, our good friend, because he's paired with Bryson, and that is terrible.
Well, it could be great.
I don't think so. I don't think there's any way. Bryson plays slow. He's a circus. He sucks. Max needs to mentally be strong. We're going to be positive with him. But my thoughts and prayers are for our good friend Max, because I mean, could you imagine having showing up? You're playing the best golf of your life. You show up to a major, and it's like, hey, you have to hang out with Bryson DeChambeau for 9 hours. Next 2 days.
I could see a world where he's like the cooler. You remember that movie where you just get somebody that's really shitty at gambling to go stand next to somebody on a hot streak? Mm-hmm. That could be. I could see Bryson filling that role, but I could also see Max getting so annoyed that he just plays really well, so he gets off the course faster.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We can
Positive.
spin it either
That's
way.
positive.
Yeah. And then my cool throne is Coach K, because it was revealed. Oh, Hank's shaking his head. It was revealed that he made $14 million last year, 12.5 the year that they won 13 games. And
He's the most winning coach in NCAA history.
I'm sorry, was this your cool throne?
Sorry, just providing context for the listeners.
And it's, $12.5 million. It proves yet again what Coach K said was true when he was, flirting with the NBA, and he said the allure of coaching in college has no price.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't think you could get more if you went to the NBA?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Probably not. That's a lot of money.
That's a shitload of money.
That's a ton of money.
I doubt that the Lakers would have paid him more than that.
Also, a special shout out to everyone who's like, dude, give it up. He's retired.
Yes, thank you. Keep shouting that out.
No.
Shout it from the rooftops.
Hey, you don't give up your grudges and your hatred in sports. They age like a fine wine. I will be slandering this man forever. Okay? So,
But by your logic, which is incorrect, but technically, if we're going by your book, the book of Dan Katz, you killed this man.
His career, yes. But I'm coming for his afterlife.
Okay.
I'm coming for his retirement life.
Got it.
I want his retirement life to be miserable.
That seems excessive.
So
I'm an excessive guy sometimes.
he would be, by $3.5 million, the highest paid NBA coach.
Here it is.
Fuck.
The allure
Yeah.
of coaching these kids. Come on.
Just had to
He's
throw
doing
that out there.
Listen, Coach K would have coached for free if he could have.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he had to make $14 million a year.
But he brought in so much more money. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he how much more do you think Duke basketball makes a year?
I know
Hundreds
it doesn't
of millions
matter.
of dollars.
Hank, as it always applies to him, he should get paid $14 million. He shouldn't also pretend that he's like getting paid nothing and he just is there for the kids. That's really simple.
Maybe he's on like a Tom Brady thing where he was like putting it off and putting it off.
I have no problem with him making $14 million. I have a problem with him being like, I'm just here for the kids. I do this shit for free.
In the most recent data provided by the U.S. Department of Education, 2020, the Duke University men's basketball team made $33.4 million in revenue. So Coach K, is taking like almost half of all the money that the entire basketball program just exists as a corporation to pay Coach K.
He got paid. He got
deserves
paid.
it.
They probably wanted to cut his salary. They're like, "Hey, Coach K, we'd like to get some new sneakers next year. Zion's are falling apart."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm out. I quit."
Yeah. Last year, he got paid $1 million per win. That's pretty good. $1 million per win.
This guy is. I mean,
He's just bashing.
He doesn't respect
the
equipment.
camera. Yeah,
Those
we're watching.
poor guys are going to have to fix that camera
watching
now.
Blues Avalanche. I actually just had a moment while this TV was on the game. That was my first, oh yeah, Russell Wilson is on the Broncos because he's at the Avalanche game pumping everyone up. And I was like, whoa, this is weird. Oh yeah, he's on the Broncos. Billy, your hot seat, cool throne. Low key.
My hot seat is me. So I actually have to end up giving that gambling money from UFC on Saturday night back. Rakic did tear his ACL, turns out. So
Wait, what?
got
you do.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Gotta
you
give
don't
that
have to give it back to the sports book. You have to give
I
it
have
back.
to donate it to ACL surgery
Correct.
research.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what was
So-
your initial diagnosis? Probably just a mild.
they haven't
LCL.
figured out the ACL surgery yet.
LCL and MCL.
Someday people will stop dying from ACLs.
Yeah. Should have moved like the Pope, who just drinks tequila when his knee hurts. That's another development.
true?
Yep. That was his
Respect.
cure all.
Yeah.
And my cool throne is Jack Nicklaus, who rejected
What?
Nicholas.
No, this is over. This podcast is done.
Jake is going to have a
No.
stroke.
Hold on. No one tell him.
Jack Nicholas.
Okay.
Jack,
Was Nicklaus?
how did you say that?
Jack Nicholas.
He said it like Nicklaus.
It took me like 2 seconds to realize that's who he was talking about.
Yeah.
That's why my reaction was delayed.
Oh
On
my
what-
god.
On what planet did you?
Jack Nicklaus?
Where are you? Where did we find you, Billy?
Rejected $100 million
Power through, Billy. Stay strong.
to not go to the
That
Saudi
was-
Golf League.
Shocking.
Yeah, he rejected all that money because of his morals. So cool throwing him.
Wait,
Jack Nicklaus.
didn't-
Wait, Jack Nicklaus was offered millions.
$100 million to golf? He's
Saudi
like
Arabia?
90.
I know, to be the commissioner or something of the league.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so he didn't pull a.
All right, good for Jack Nicklaus.
That's how it's fucking spelled.
No.
I'm with you, Billy. But that
He's like one of the
Why
most
does he just spell his name Nicholas? Why is it Nick Louse?
Because his grandfather's grandfather. That's how he spelled his
If you
name.
saw a picture
douchebag
of it,
for not
if you saw a
anglicizing his
picture of
name.
him, would you?
Oh, wow.
That was a joke.
If you saw a picture of him, would
I'm
you
sure
not
we
recognize
tried.
him?
Make your name more American.
That's probably the first time. No, it's definitely the first time in his life that Jack Nicklaus has experienced racism.
Yeah. That's why it's fine to say that.
Holy shit, Jack Nicklaus. What you are
I
a special
I love
person.
you, Billy.
Yeah, no, you're a special
I love
guy.
you.
You're a
Don't ever
special guy.
change. Don't read another book ever.
That is that makes like Hank's like Obgyn and Thailand. That's up there.
Post-mostly.
We should do a Mount Rushmore
I think it's
pronunciation.
I
I think
it's
Thailand is equally as bad because it's like you should recognize the name
Of
the
a
same way
country.
when you see Jack Nicklaus, like you know.
But the thing is, I've only
last
read
name is
his.
Nicholas?
I've only read his name.
Yeah, but Obgyn is maybe even better because you're also like not understanding a vagina.
That one, well, yeah. Well, who knows what who knows what that is? Who knows what that is?
A lot
Yeah.
of people. Why would
people?
people?
Yeah, but
Half
like
the
probably because
population.
your significant other's like I had to go. Like I was single at the time.
Obgyn. Jack Nicklaus. Unbelievable. Print the shirts. Jack Nicklaus.
It's also all capital
but-
letters. Is like
When was the last time he like played?
But he gets talked. You've heard his name
Yeah,
said.
Billy. He tees off at Augusta. I'm pretty sure he's like the first person that hits every single year.
Right.
And they say to kick off this year's Masters tournament, here he is, Jack
Nicklaus.
But like what? Like when did he stop playing?
A long time ago.
I think
Yeah.
he stopped
How
playing
old?
at the Masters
Probably
in
like
like the
80?
late 90s probably.
Yeah, I was born in the late '90s.
That's true.
But he's still like, I think he has the all-time record for major tournaments.
he's the guy that
I
Tiger's
don't
chasing.
golf.
That's how you should know his name
Yes.
because for the last 20 years, everyone's been like, when is Tiger going to get Jack Nicklaus's record?
Yeah. Jack Nicklaus is the GOAT.
Jack
Can he get
Nicklaus
there?
sounds better than Jack
He's
Nicklaus.
82 years old.
Jack Nicklaus sounds like every other dude.
He's 82 years old. Jack Nicklaus.
It is confusing when you got like Jack Nicklaus and you got Phil Mickelson. You want to call him Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. I almost thought this article was about Phil Mickelson. I thought he turned down the money, but it turns out he didn't.
No, Phil did.
No,
you
Phil
know
did.
what?
He's still trying. He's still taking the bait. That's why I'm putting Jack.
He should Schefter this like when Tom Brady was suspended. It was Dom Grady that was starting for the Patriots. Jack
Yeah.
Nicklaus should take the $100 million.
Yeah.
and Jack Nicklaus should say no. That would be smart for him. Jack Nicklaus, unbelievable! What a moment. I love you, Billy. That's a where were you moment. Like people are gonna crash their cars. Someone's getting their car. Someone's getting their car out of a ditch right now. They just turned the podcast
sorry.
back on. Triple A just showed up because they're just in a fucking ditch.
It's gonna be it's gonna be illegal to listen to Billy's thoughts while operating heavy machinery.
like a reaction to a David Blaine magic trick.
Yeah.
Except it was Billy saying Jack Nicklaus.
What's
I
crazy?
threw my headphones off.
What's crazy is usually there's like a small pause where we all have to do the wait. What was that? And then we realized
No, we
we
knew.
all knew it like immediately,
Yeah.
and it was bizarre.
Look, I spent a lot of time in a sauna today.
Yeah,
I don't
there
think
you
it was
go.
good for my
There you
brain.
go. That's a good one.
Billy, it happens.
It
Trust-
happens.
Trust me.
It's also a
It's
great
not going to
podcast
get brought up
moment.
for the rest of your career.
It's a great podcast moment. That's what
Don't
we
even
go.
worry about it.
We're here for
Why
moments.
does he spell his fucking name like Nicholas?
You know what? I can't wait for the people in the comments are gonna be like, that was staged.
Yeah.
Actually, low key,
low-key.
he might actually pronounce his name Niklaus,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
he just
there you go.
changed it to make it
There it
easy
is.
for everybody.
Stay
You're
strong,
right, Billy.
Billy.
Like Joe
Stay
Theismann.
strong. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna Google Jack Nicklaus pronunciation.
Yes.
And there's gonna be 0 hits because
Stay
no one's
strong.
ever questioned it before.
Yeah, stay strong, Billy.
But
You
who
got
the hell
this.
spells Nicholas like that?
The most famous golfer of all
So
time.
change your fucking name, asshole.
All right, Jake, your hot seat, cool throw.
I'm not going to top that. That's an all-time
Yeah,
moment.
no, it's very hard to follow that act.
Yeah, so I'll go quickly. My hot seat is the Carolina Hurricanes. They are banning out-of-state ticket sales on the primary market.
Oh, this is like the
Another
Lightning
reason
have done
yeah.
this.
you should use Game Time
Yeah.
because they
Game
can't
Time.
stop you from anything.
Yes, Game
So-
Time app. Yeah, but the
that's-
Lightning do this. It's fucking lame.
Right. I
So
don't get it.
stupid.
My cool throw, Q&As. It happened last night.
Yes.
LeBron,
Yep.
LeBron
LeBrun.
James,
Lagon.
me, Billy, and PFT all asked some questions.
I did too.
You did. Sorry, I was looking at this thread. You did too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I asked him multiple.
Yeah.
I asked him about his dick. I asked
Yeah.
him about cutting out Kevin Love of all the pictures. What'd
Yeah.
you guys ask him?
I asked him, "Hey, LeBron, have you ever considered going on any sports podcast? Part of my take would love to have you."
Thank you,
What'd
Jake.
you ask him, PFT?
I asked him if the sun is hot, how come outer space is cold?
Nice.
Billy asked,
Hey, you ever heard of Jack Nicklaus?
I asked him if he could beat Shaq in a fight.
LeBron James.
Could you beat Shaq in a fight?
It was
LeBron James.
I don't want to take all the credit for making him do this Q&A, but I think we all know he had no plans on doing it until I started replying to him, being like, "Hey, LeBron James promised us a Q&A.
Let's do it."
On May 4th. He still has not.
Also, he should have
fulfilled that
quote
promise.
tweeted all of his answers.
Yeah,
He didn't
no,
get
he-
as much
it
traction
was
if
bad.
he's replying.
Yeah.
You have to go to his tweets and replies just to see what he's saying.
He did throw AD right under the bus.
Oh, he did? What did
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
say?
they're like, if you could pick any of your teammates for a 2-on-2, like, who would it be? And he said Kyrie, KD, or Kobe.
Wait. He could pick any two not teammates that he has.
Any teammates he's ever played with.
Well,
He
never
didn't play with KD and
Kobe.
USA team?
Yeah.
Oh,
USA
come on.
basketball.
That's what I'm saying.
LeBron.
But
Jesus.
meanwhile, you have, like, your Batman and Robin, like, currently.
Yeah, it's also like Kyrie's never going to love you, bro.
No,
It's over.
Kyrie was talking about him on
really?
on
It's
Twitch.
back?
Yeah, Kyrie plays like Grand Theft Auto
That's
That's
hilarious.
with no
Yeah, I love
with
that.
no
That's very
with no
funny.
face cam.
I love
and
that.
just does like commentary. He was talking about the haters, which is kind of funny. And he's talking about LeBron. He's like, we're not, it's not all. It's kind of love,
Low-key love?
low-key love.
I noticed that LeBron replied to like 3 different people who asked him what his favorite movie was.
Yeah.
LeBron loves telling people that he's seen The Godfather.
Yes.
Still hasn't read it, but he's seen it.
Someone
He's
asked
working on
that.
it.
It was very funny. They're like, have you finished reading these books? He never responded with like 4 pictures.
And
now
now
he's still doing it. He answered 2 hours ago.
Oh, he did? Well, he tried to jump into KD's Q&A. He got involved in another man's
Oh, that's
Q&A.
what it was. He was
Yeah,
responding to KD.
KD,
Excuse me, yeah.
wasn't even doing a Q&A. KD was doing a thing called using Twitter.
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, he
for
was
KD.
He was online.
Right.
And then LeBron was like, "Oh, he's doing a Q&A too. I guess he's baby Bron following my footsteps."
Yeah.
Big bro taught him how to use twitter.com.
Yeah.
And then he asked KD a question and KD just didn't respond to it.
Love it.
Also, he
Love
definitely ignored us because we have blue check marks and we
Oh, yeah.
automatically go to the top.
I mean, there
Oh,
was
wow.
a 0.0.0%
That's a elitist,
chance
Right.
that LeBron
But he
was
saw
gonna
it. It's crazy.
respond when I asked him, "Hey, remember that time you accidentally showed the whole world your dick?"
He's not answering now.
No, but he should.
Billy was his cameraman. That's why.
I have a confession.
Oh no.
I almost pronounced it Jack Nicklaus. Like Santa Claus.
So you thought you
Because that's how it's spelt.
wait? So you
So when
thought,
you read the news,
you thought you were
had
actually
no
doing-
idea who Jack Nicholas was.
No, I did, but
No,
I've
you don't
always
know him.
read
That's
his
impossible.
name.
No, there's no
That's
way that you knew
impossible.
who he
No,
was.
because
and
I
still thought
always
that was
watch golf on mute, like with my family. So when you see Jack, like it's
Say it.
it's Nicklaus on there. I just see the writing.
So you've known Jack Nicholas your whole
I
life.
know, I know
But
Jack
you've
Nicholas.
never
He's never heard of it.
considered
No, but, like,
that his
whenever
name was
his name-
Nicholas.
No, but like when you watch golf,
And
like,
you've never said it out
the
loud
golf
because
is-
someone would have like dropped to the
I've
ground.
never
and been
said
like,
it out loud
"This is the
because
best
it's just
part.
like
If
he's the
you're-
dude who's like better than Tiger.
This is the best part. If you go to Billy's brain earlier today, he pulled this article up, and I'm just gonna do a little quick Monday reading on a Wednesday. Jack Nicklaus says Saudi Arabian organizers offered him more than $100 million to be face of Live Golf Invitational Series, Tulsa, Oklahoma. If the Saudi Arabian organizers of the Live Golf Invitational Series had their way, Jack Nicklaus, not Greg Norman, would have been the face of the new breakaway circuit. In a story published on the Fire Pit Collective website on Monday, Nicklaus said he twice turned down offers to lead the Saudi Arabians' efforts to start a new golf league that hopes to challenge the PGA Tour. I was offered something in excess of $100 million by the Saudis to do the job, probably similar to the one that Greg is doing, Nicklaus said. I turned it down, so this is all your brain.
That was exactly my brain.
Yeah, Nicklaus, 82, was among the players who spent for I love it. I
Like,
love it.
I used to have an MC at the end of my last name. Like we dropped that. Like just make it Nicholas, bro.
Wait, your name ended in MC?
No, it started with MC.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, but his name is Jack Nicholas.
McFootball?
McFootball, Billy McFootball.
Exactly. And then they dropped it at Ellis Island.
Yeah, they're like, you're just going by football. Okay, well, let's get to John Salley. That was
Jake,
electric.
You would immediately be fired if you went on the air in like a real
Yeah,
sports media job
that's
and you said that, right?
Crazy.
yeah, wild.
Because like you said, in the pronunciation guide, like they only do the ones that are somewhat questionable.
Right,
like
right.
they wouldn't even consider doing that.
No, they would be like, you'd go and look up the pronunciation, be like,
No,
hey, idiot, he's got the
It's-
most majors.
It's not spelt like Nicholas.
I will defend Billy here. Sometimes there's basic changes, like Kansas is Christian Brown. It's spelled Braun.
Right.
Or reverse, yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
a
but
college player that not the whole
Right.
world knows.
This is one of the greatest golfers
Right.
of all time.
No,
if
yeah,
not
I mean,
the
the
greatest.
if you want to go by majors.
Yeah. And he just.
The Golden Bear.
Yeah.
I also like to just imagine the situation at the football household where they're all sitting.
football.
Big football household where they're sitting around on Sunday afternoons. It's Father's Day watching the U.S. Open, and then they're just like in silence looking at the TV while Jack Nicklaus's name.
Billy, you know,
is
Like,
up
who's
there.
this dude?
the golfer who has the iced tea lemonade drink?
Yeah, Arnold Palmer.
There we go.
Yeah, I know Arnold Palmer because that's a name that's spelt like how it's said.
Yeah. What about
Palmer.
Tony Fineu?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that one.
All right, let's get to John Salley.
Like he's not like he's the Jordan of football.
Tiger Woods.
Electric, Billy. Okay, before we get to John Salley, quick word for one of our sponsors.
Yeah, before we get to John Salley, I want to talk to you about our great friends at BetterHelp. Life can be overwhelming. Many people get burned out without even knowing it. Symptoms can include lack of motivation, feeling helpless or trapped, detachment, fatigue, and more. If you've ever felt burnout, I know what you're going through. You can battle it. There's ways to get around it. There's ways to deal with it. There's ways to handle it in a constructive, healthy manner. And a good way to do that is by talking to somebody. And BetterHelp provides you an outlet to talk to somebody who will listen and give you tools to help you feel better. Just a fact, they will give you something. They will give you either something to work on, different things that you can do, focus on, that maybe medication is right for you, but they can help with burnout. With burnout at work, it can affect your day-to-day life. It can lead you to feeling more anxiety, even in your off hours when you're not on the clock. So you need to talk with somebody, and they can help figure out what's causing stress in your life. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try. See why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/PMT. That's BetterHelp.com/PMT. Now here is John Salley.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest, 4-time NBA champion.
Yes.
Million different TV shows, movies, books.
I think he invented the sports podcast, too.
He invented
did.
the sports podcast and
Thank you.
Sneakerella.
I invented a sports podcast with Spider and the Henchman in 2011.
I didn't
we
even
were
say
on-
your name, by the way. It's John Salley.
John Salley, the sexy
Yes,
one.
Yes.
And did I ever know that it was going to turn into everybody having a podcast, and I let mine go?
Thank you.
Is that
I
why you
wanna say
came
thank
here?
you.
I did.
To shake us down?
I came. Yeah, I did when I knew that people were making my. I feel like Little Richard. I invented rock and roll.
Yeah, no, I
like-
appreciate you.
We're,
Yes.
we're Pat Boone, and we're saying like a wop babaloo bop, a wop bam boom.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I got a new movie, Sneakerella, on Disney Plus, coming out May 13th. Streaming only on Disney Plus. Dope movie.
What age group is appropriate for it? I have 2 kids.
Oh, that was the best thing. It's
3 and 1. I don't
it's-
know if they're going to get it.
They're going to so get it, and they're going to be moving to it because are your children interracial?
No.
No. Oh, then they're going to have rhythm right after this.
Okay.
Yes,
I don't know.
definitely.
They listen to They watch Paw Patrol, so they got.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's because it teach you. It's hooked on phonics, teaching you how to sing and dance. and blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Okay.
But this is a spin of the classic Cinderella, but it's made right here in New York. And I'm from Queens. I'm the king. My daughter is a princess, and this kid Elle from Queens is trying to be a designer and get to my daughter. So instead of a glass slipper, it's a sneaker, and everybody's designing their sneaker, trying to get it to be on my sneaker company.
I
It's
love
dope.
it. So, what's your favorite sneaker?
My favorite sneaker is usually one I don't have to pay for. But
Yep.
I was trying to do a deal with this company. I'm not going to say the name because the guy didn't have any vision, obviously. This vegan sneaker, which I'm vegan, and I didn't want any animal product on it, and it had to look cool and be cool. But right now, I'm a Nike guy.
Okay.
I'm a Nike guy
Yeah,
all day.
we got a lot of vegan questions for you. I don't know if you want to do that now.
Oh, I can do whatever you want. I couldn't wait to get here.
He's disgusted with you.
Oh, my God. He has no idea.
Yeah.
Well, were you vegan when you were playing?
Yeah. Yeah, why do you think I'm this sexy? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because maybe this is big meat that's been, feeding me propaganda for years and years, but I've always been under the impression that if you eat a vegan diet, you don't get enough protein to maintain muscle mass to be able to compete in physical. Well, you're a basketball player. It's a contact sport, not a collision sport, right?
Well, I was talking to this 800-pound gorilla who's a raw foodist, and I said, do you buy that? And then I was talking to an ox, and I said,
You're
"Oh my
getting him
God!"
now.
I said, "Oh my God, you're an ox. Most people want to be as strong as the ox, and they forget the ox eats grass. So the largest mammals and the strongest mammals on the planet don't eat animal flesh.
Blue whales.
Huh?
No,
Billy?
they don't eat animal flesh.
John just looked at Billy.
Blue whales do not eat animal
Don't
flesh.
they eat, what's krill?
Krill?
krill.
It's mostly
They're
it's
pescatarian.
yeah. It's mostly a microorganism, and then those people who eat roaches and shrimp and lobster, because that's what they are, roaches of the sea. I don't see how that can give you protein. What it really does is dehydrate your body and causes back pains and back spasms and acne and bad smelling bodies.
So, all right, we're going to let Billy go toe-to-toe with you for a second, but
Go.
Are you saying that your vegan diet has helped your body feel young? Because I did see the Dirk interview that last week where he's like, I wish I didn't play the last 2 years because I can't walk right now.
Right.
And so you're saying you don't have any of those pains from playing such a long NBA career?
I tore my meniscus doing a burpee, and
Okay.
at 49 years old, like I'd literally work on, and I tell people what it would do to your body when you add acid to your body. Right, your body supposed to be as alkaline as possible. I even convince people. I'm sitting here with Madison, who does PR for Disney Plus and all Disney Channel, and she just came from a vegan restaurant with me, Urban Vegan Kitchen, 41 Carmine, just for you people in New York, and she can't believe the taste of it. And the deal is, I don't think that you should make your body a coffin and feeling it's going to be whatever. When something dies, you're supposed to bury it or burn it, right? Not eat it.
But you're never full, right?
I'm
Be honest. Are
always
you
full.
Be honest.
I am so full, and I was just telling him that at the restaurant.
But you'd rather have a cheeseburger.
You can. It just doesn't have to be a dead one.
I've eaten vegan food before. I've been to like a raw food restaurant, and I've ordered what I thought was a lot of food, and then I leave it, and I'm super hungry. That's the most
You
frustrating.
mean you at a
thing.
Chinese restaurant?
It's like eating sushi.
No, I know what you're saying. I will get full. I will eat enough General Tso's chicken, no matter how much MSG they put in it. Dude, MSG is delicious. Is there MSG in vegan food?
If you want to put it in, remember that's a chemical you don't need in
but
your
it's,
system.
that's the difference
It tastes
between me
good.
and you. It tastes real good.
But it really doesn't. Because if you didn't have MSG in it, you wouldn't know the difference. The deal is we're so used to in the Western diet being forced something and told that this is a balanced meal when they knew it wasn't. The guy who designed the food pyramid is named Dr. T. Colin Cohen. I think I got it wrong. Oh my God, I went.
I'll look it up.
I do know that it's bullshit.
I know him
The
very
food-
much. Yeah,
the food
it's not
pyramid's
real.
bullshit. It says that you should eat like nothing but carbs all day. And,
Yeah,
like,
and cheese,
refined starches,
and red meat, everything that they wanted. T. Colin Campbell, sorry, and he was in charge. He was like literally said this was a falsehood. I don't even, if I can, I don't eat any oils. I don't ingest any oils. Because when you have olive oil is 100% fat. And so I don't need to put that on top of the salad. And if your body is 70% water, we know water and oil don't mix. So I make sure that one, makes sense, and two, when she just had a tasty meal, that was a big thing. I used to not walk down 6th Avenue
she's
because
got this
Ray's
look on her
Pizza
face,
was
though.
there.
That I've seen people have this look on their face where it's like, my vegan friend took me this, and he told me I was going to love it. Didn't you love it? Tell him how much you love it.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
it was good.
I'd literally, she got a hamburger helper / vegan, and she kept eating it.
Okay, so all right, Billy, you think about what you want to talk about. We'll come back to this at the end.
Bill, I'm a
because-
health coach, certified.
Yeah.
Been doing it since
I want Billy-
1991 before you were born.
I want to give Billy his best chance because right now you got to come up with your best argument. We'll do it at the end. Let's talk a little basketball.
Yeah.
Give me you're the king of bad takes. Give me your worst take right now going.
Worst take was last night game.
Or any game, any series, we're probably going to air this next week, but like give me anything. Any take, current NBA, you're you're famously.
You mean my betting take?
No, well, you're famously saying that Michael Jordan's not a top 5
Oh,
player.
I do that just to piss people
Yeah,
off.
right. So give us one that pisses people off and we get headlines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did that with Cowherd.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was afraid. He was looking at me like this. I said, dude, I smoke weed. I forgot after I left what I said to you. This is the deal. The reason I say Michael Jordan is not the greatest of all time is the same reason Michael says he's not the greatest of all time, because he didn't get to play against the other greats of all time. So
no one can be the greatest of all
you
time.
You can be the greatest of that decade.
Yeah.
So in the 90s, from 1991 to 1998, well, from really 1988 to 1998, Michael Jordan was the best.
Yeah.
Period. Right? But then before that, it was Magic and Bird.
Right.
And before that, it was Dr. J. And then after Michael
Kareem.
was Allen Iverson and Kobe. So Kobe from 2000 to 2010, nobody better than Kobe except Allen Iverson inside.
I feel like you got a big man bias. You missed Shaq. You missed Kareem.
You missed Tim Duncan.
I
Yeah.
said better than Kobe.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so those guys are better than
I feel like Shaq. You could say Shaq
More
was more
dominant,
dominant than
yeah.
Kobe Bryant.
dominant.
Shaq was the best big man I've ever seen or played against. Period. Elijah Wan is the best power forward center. Kevin McHale used to give me the business. I can go down the line, but when we talk about what impact of the game, you're going to talk about Kobe winning 5 championships in 10 years, right? And then you got LeBron all the way to 220, from 10 to 20. Now the next 10, we'll see who's going to be the best.
Who do you
from
think
there.
it is?
It might be Giannis.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I
What-
might say that.
Do you think I saw a take maybe last week? Kevin Durant was like, "It's just becoming lame that everything has to be put into legacy talk."
Yeah.
And do you agree with that?
I
that
agree
it's
with that
stupid?
100%.
People just need
I
to
think
watch
Kevin
the game.
Durant is the best player playing today. He's my favorite player
And
if I was
probably
watching.
mine too. Yeah.
But he's right. Like, everything has to be the GOAT of this or the GOAT of that. And you can't be the GOAT of everything. Like,
Right.
it can't be for those who don't understand the acronym, the greatest of all time. See, I do that just to help some people who might
That's
have
literally
just
like
tuned in.
most of what we talk about. If
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
know what to talk about on a sports show, you know this. It's just like figure out a debate who's the GOAT, and then
Yeah.
boom, 2
Well,
hours of airtime.
It's really hard to do because I did a show with Matt Bonds and Steven Jackson the other day, other than the smoke, and we talked about our 75 and people who were left out. Adrian Dantley, Bernard King. I think they were in the top 50. Because I kept telling these guys, I'm sure they were in the top 50 players.
Right.
When they leave them out, you have to realize why they were left out is for the marketing of the league. If you want to market your league a certain way, as soon as you say a name, kids now get on and they look it up. They want to make sure it leads them right back to being in love with the NBA. So I always say that. So when I say Michael Jordan is not the greatest of all time, he is the greatest of our era, the era that I played in. He became bigger than Magic, bigger than Larry, bigger than Dr. J. And the NBA started in 1984 with David Stern. David Stern was the marketing tool that turned the NBA into what it is today. And it was David Stern and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Moses and Jesus. And that's how they did it.
Yeah.
Which one's which?
David Stern, I called him the Don because he was definitely a mafioso running it, and he hated it. I call him that. But he had to respect. He had to kick some butt.
I've
and
always
get it going.
I've wondered that about David Stern because he always seems so soft spoken in any media that he does. But you can't run the business the way that he ran the business and just be like a normal like robot face. Like Roger Goodell's kind of that way with the NFL, where he's really good at talking and just making people's eyes glaze over. Like they don't want to listen to what he's saying because he's kind of bland.
Yeah.
But I always got the sense that David Stern had a switch that flipped when he wasn't in front of a camera, and he was like a bulldog. Like
Yeah.
he had a mean streak to him.
He was tough. He was tough because I was player rep. I love David. David always gave me a lot of love. And Adam Silver is my man, 50 grand. The perfect person to hand the NBA over to was Adam Silver. He's a thinker.
Mm-hmm.
He pushes it through. And I think Commissioner Goodell is I'm not going to say you glaze over. Look how much he has to deal with. He has to deal with, like, really, this may be used to be a baseball country, but football rules our country. It just does. And people can't can't deny it.
I guess the difference that I always see between Goodell and Stern is like Goodell, his job is to be the punching bag for all the other owners, and he essentially answers to all of them. They're calling the shots. David Stern always struck me as a guy that he had like the drive and initiative and the vision, and he was like implementing his agenda onto the owners as opposed to the other way around. Is that kind of the perception that you had?
If they put him in charge, he's let me drive this bus. And that was the deal. And he was helping the owners who were running into bad contracts, the NBA almost failing, buying the ABA, trying to put that together. They thought the league was, going in the wrong direction. We weren't big on television. It came 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. We didn't have a good TV deal. CBS wound up losing it to NBC, which made it more glitzy. And then it came over to ABC and ESPN and TNT. And now it's what we see. I can say it. I was on Fox. I love being on the best damn sports show, period. It was probably the best TV I've ever done in the best time. But ESPN became the authority on sports until there was Barstool. And then after that, now you got everybody realizing I can do what this guy's doing or do what's close to this. But at that one time, you would turn on ESPY, and that would be the answer. It was almost like
that would be like, all right, here's the narrative that's being set.
Yeah,
that was a very, very diplomatic way of being like, you guys are a bunch of assholes, and you made every other asshole out there be like, oh, I could do this, and it's not far off.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, I am 100% right, and but you guys are really good at it.
Appreciate that.
Really.
I don't want to do the legacy talk, but I do have one that always confuses me. Why does Isaiah get kind of lost in the shuffle of some of the best of all time point guard, and it doesn't feel like that sometimes?
Yeah, they hate him because he's short.
Yeah, I mean the conversation always is like, here are the best point guards, and Isaiah gets mentioned, but he always gets mentioned fourth or fifth
because they get in the way. They let everything else, the propaganda that the Chicago Bulls put on Isaiah Thomas, that was propaganda. They let everything else get in the way of his greatness. And I tell people, I said the greatest player I've ever played with is Isaiah Thomas. And I have played with Michael. I have played with Kobe and Shaq. But the greatest player was Isaiah Thomas.
That's your bad take of the day. There you go.
He's 6 foot, and he did everything everybody else was doing. And in the same amount of time that Steph Curry was playing, Isaiah had better stats. But no one wants to mention it.
But Steph Curry was like a much, much, much better shooter. Like the greatest to ever shoot a basketball.
Right.
Correct.
Not really. But
actually, really.
I think he is.
I actually went to the game where he broke the record for most three-pointers.
Right, but his dad was a hell of a shooter.
Right, but he actually, I think by every metric.
Reggie Miller was a hell of a shooter.
And Steph Curry was better.
Dale Ellis was a hell of a shooter.
Steph Curry's better.
Better.
Larry
That's
Bird
something
was
you
a hell
can
of a
actually.
shooter. Can I keep going down the line?
That's something you can actually look up. Like he has the best 3-point.
And how many more shots he's taken.
But percentage-wise for that many shots, I like what you're doing because it's kind of like the opposite.
Making you research?
No, you're making me think too hard. That's what I don't like. But it's the opposite of what's normally said, which is like back in the day, like the NBA was more violent. It was a man's game down low. You're saying that actually the shooting, I've never heard that argument that the shooting was better back in like the late 80s, early 90s.
I'm telling you, Dale's father graduated Steph's father, Dale Curry, was an unbelievable shooter in West Virginia. Where was he at?
Was he at Virginia Tech?
Yes, Virginia Tech. Unbelievable. And I went to Georgia Tech, a school that really concentrates on studies, unlike the rest of the tech schools. And I thought his father was one of the smoothest shots in the world. But then we had Chuck Person, and we had Dale Ellis, and we had who else did we have that was a great shooter at that time?
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr, statistically, percentage-wise, is actually the best of all time.
I didn't hear you. Say it again, because you said something before that.
But Steph Curry's made and attempted like 4x what Steve Kerr shot.
More shots. When you play with Michael Jordan, if he didn't play with Michael Jordan, he would have gotten more shots. The offense was set up for him to shoot. Listen, I'm a huge Steph Curry fan.
Doesn't sound like it.
You're not going to.
Doesn't sound like it.
What would Steph say about you?
Oh, Steph loves me. But he's not, because he was our ball boy, and I know his daddy. And but you're not going to literally cancel the rest, and he won't let you do it either.
I actually am looking at the list right now. I'm actually okay with saying Kyle Korver, because Kyle Korver does have a higher percentage than Steph
Oh
and
my
he's
God.
made a lot of threes. So, yeah, I'm cool with that. Kyle Korver, best three-point shooter of all time.
See, you guys did cheat in college. I can tell because you only looking at the cliff notes.
Yeah, that's not cheating. That's called being efficient.
Yeah, it's more being efficient.
It's
yeah,
about-
you
you have
paid
other-
all that college just to drink beer
Listen,
and
I
be
got
efficient.
I got the piece of paper. That's all that matters when you graduate.
Yeah, I gave it to my mother.
I've got other passions and interests.
You're just-
when I was in college.
You're just really good at whenever you say a definitive statement, you're like, that's just not true. And
Yeah,
being
it's
able
not.
to move off it. It's nice.
Well, the deal is because when you check because I remember I was there, and that's what I just said on this other show. Like, I don't. What other people think of you is none of your business. That's the first thing. What they say about you, if it's not true, you shouldn't give it any credence. But when you're a person who I've been in this business, and I looked and I said, man, that's not true. You're trying to push us in this direction. And I remember I was on the SB one time, and I said Michael Jordan was the greatest of all time. And you would have thought I said something crazy like, "Yo, Bin Laden just knocked on my door yesterday. He ain't dead." You know, something out of this world.
He's tall.
And said, "Man, this dude with a beard," he kept saying, "Let me in." And I realized that they have a target, and they have to deal with that target. They have to say it because they all push it the same way. And I'm not like that. I'm just not. And I say it, and I say this all the time. I tell MJ, I say, every time they say it, I'm going to say this. And he goes, Sal, you're crazy. They're gonna kill you. I said, I know, but you know what? I like messing with you, and I like messing with them. He'll laugh about it all day.
You're like, I mean,
They do take it very seriously
Correct.
sometimes. Like,
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's church. It's like scripture. It's
And they
canon.
don't even play.
So we like
Greeny
to
can
mock.
ball. Greeny can ball.
We like to mock these debates, but we also understand that, like, if you're sitting at a bar and you're just having a debate, like, saying who's the greatest of all time, that's just how people will talk to each other.
I know, but
It's stupid. It doesn't mean anything. It's silly, but it's also how we converse.
A kid told me, he said, you know what? Kobe Bryant is the greatest player I've ever seen in my life. I said, how old are you? He said, 16. He said, I agree. Because in 16 years, you've been watching and paying attention since you were 9. So in 5
Kobe's
years,
better than LeBron in your mind.
in that time, from 2000 to 2010, and that kid, you can't tell him anything different.
Yeah. So who's the best of all time? If you were to set it up, so if you had a one-on-one tournament.
Yeah.
And
I think okay.
when you're allowed to hand check and all that kind of stuff. I put Magic, like
Magic would be pretty tough.
Magic and Larry
'cause of his
Bird.
height.
He's big. Yeah.
Kevin Durant would be pretty tough with his height. I mean, LeBron would probably, in terms of the whole package, one-on-one, it would be tough to beat LeBron.
Or Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
But if you give the ball to Magic first, you're going to lose.
How about this though? Counter argument. Kobe simply would not allow himself to lose.
Yeah, Kobe was no joke. It was funny too, man, because you would look at somebody that can totally take over the game and put it on my back, like Joel is going to do with Philly. Pretty soon he's going to realize, hey, all I got to do is put the ball in the basket every time they give it to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
It's easy.
Once you think that way, it'd be like Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor used to say, you're the quarterback? And he would run and something would be in his way and we'd move it out of the way and then grab the quarterback.
It's a simple game.
That's exactly
we make
how
it
you have to look.
complicated.
Right. You got to look at it that way too.
So I alluded to it at the beginning, but you've had a million different jobs, fun jobs, crazy jobs, TV, sports, obviously playing sports.
I'm semi-Jamaican.
Semi-Jamaican. What's your favorite job that you've ever had?
Best damn sports show, period.
So that's better than playing in the NBA.
Yeah. The NBA, it's so funny because I wouldn't look at it as a job.
Right.
And soon as it started feeling like a job, it was wrong for me. So I used to love going to practice. I love running into practice because, I got paid to practice.
Right.
And I didn't look at it as a job. I looked at it because there's another thing, man. When you get into the playoffs in April, these guys are not getting paid. Every bit of money they're playing for now, their contract stopped, and they're playing for bonus money, which the last guy on the bench is going to get the same amount. So this is mano-a-mano playing, and this is the best time of the year because you're not saying, man, they gave you this much money. You should be – money does not make you superhuman. It makes you super sexy, but it doesn't make you superhuman.
That's a great quote.
Right? So I liked when you get to the point where there is no money. You're not getting that big contract. The sun is out. It's hot outside. And it's just I don't have to literally play you tonight and then play another team the next night and in 2 nights. I only got you to worry about. that's why I felt I played better and we played better because we were really good at focusing.
Right.
So on the Best Damn Sports Show, who was your best friend on the set?
I'm my best friend.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really hard.
I should have known that.
Yeah,
That's a dumb question.
Yeah, man. The reason I say that is because I've been in Hollywood and I've been an athlete my whole life, and they can trade a guy. You can quit on a high school team, and then you got to all try out to audition. So you got to destroy the guy in front of you. So when you're in your work situation, it's not really friendship. Like, you guys are constituents and you work together, you got a good chemistry, let's not mess it up, let's keep it going. But you don't hang out in his house on the weekend.
Yeah, but I would consider Big Cat to be my friend.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we're pretty close friends, everybody in this room. Now, it is
We're
true.
family.
It is true. Yeah, we're closer than friends.
That's
but
probably why Best Damn Sports Show stopped.
Yeah, after 9 years.
You guys weren't
Yeah.
family. We've been doing this for 6.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you get 9 years, talk to me.
But I feel like it is fair, though. Like, when you work around somebody all the time, we don't
Yeah.
hang out on the weekends.
Right.
We've got our separate things that we go home and we do and see the people that we don't see when we're here at the office. But, like, was there one person that you had the best chemistry while you were working
Michael
with?
Irvin.
Okay.
Michael Irvin is by far one of the crazy, and then and Michael Strahan is probably my favorite person I've worked with.
So shots
Okay.
fired at Regis. You hated Regis.
Yeah.
I never was with Regis.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
He
That was
wasn't on that
his
show?
other iteration.
Oh, the second.
oh,
right?
yeah.
When you were watching that, were you like this? You know what? Back in my day, when Best Damn Sports Show was a more physical league, when I dominated, these guys couldn't hang back then.
Exactly. and when they went to the best thing was Carissa Thompson. I love Carissa Thompson.
She's the best.
She's
been
a
friend of
psycho.
ours.
She's a psycho, but I love her.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just saw my man, one of my boys, and I said that. I said, baby girl got married, and she didn't. But she's such a dude, but a pretty girl. I loved it, and she knows what I mean by that. She
Yeah.
was definitely a person you can roll with.
We're going to get back to John Salley in a second, but before we do, he's brought to you by Game Time. That's right. Game Time is the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. If you're looking to go to an Eastern Conference Finals game, Western Conference Finals game, you name it. Could be any sporting event. It could be concerts. It could be any event that you can think of. Game Time is the way to get you through the door. The NFL schedule just came out. You can get your tickets on Game Time. Use promo code PMT. We get all our tickets with the Game Time app. We went to the Nets Celtics game. You've seen everybody at Barstool at all these other games around recently. I know a bunch of guys went to the Rangers game, got into the Garden in the Mecca using the Game Time app. It's super, super easy to use. For last-minute tickets, you're going to find the best deals. You're going to find the best seats, best prices, only at Game Time. Download the app today. Go to the account tab to create a login and redeem code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Some terms apply. Download Game Time, last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Now more John Salley.
Who was your favorite teammate in the NBA? Because you played for some famous teams. You played for the 96 Bulls. You played for the Bad Boy Pistons. You played with Kobe and Shaq and the Lakers. 4 rings, 3 different teams.
Nobody talks about you like they talk about Robert Horry. I feel like they should.
Yeah, I know. In 3 decades, 2 millenniums. Let me.
No one ever brings it up.
2 millenniums.
That's great. 2 millenniums.
Yeah, let's work on this. I'm going to name a couple of guys.
Okay. I'd love to hear again, like why they are.
Glenn Rice.
Okay.
Because he's Glenn Rice and he's just one of the greatest people I've been around. Brian Shaw.
Okay.
Keith Askins.
Okay.
Chuck Nevitt, who was 7'5", played. Chuck Nevitt literally taught me comedy, timing. Rick Mahorn, James Edwards, Johnny Long, and then what other team was I on? Toronto, man, Big O, Murray, Tracy Murray.
Who is okay? So that's a lot. That's a good list of teammates that like your best.
Judge
teammates.
Bushler, Randy Brown, Steve Kerr. I love those guys in Chicago. I wish I could have stayed in Chicago. I loved the makeup of that squad. It was dope.
So we obviously watched. You know, everyone talks about Michael Jordan as a teammate. Do you?
Oh, I love
mean,
Michael as a teammate.
Yeah, I feel like judging it now, looking back at it, you can be like, whoa, he was such a dick. But it felt like from everyone in the locker room, you could tell me I'm way off.
Probably.
Well, they respected the fact that he was that competitive and everyone wanted to be better because of the standard he set.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I didn't realize until Last Dance that we were so in his head. If we would have known that, they would have never been champions. If we would have known
Oh,
how,
you mean the Pistons you're talking about?
yeah,
Yes,
if we
yes,
would have
yes,
known
yes.
how much.
Well, you guys basically played football on a basketball court.
No, that was the Celtics. The Celtics were, and I got video to prove it. The Celtics were this team that would knock you out of the air. You look at the finals with the Lakers. They put it on TV. The Celtics were dirty, and they would get a whole bunch of goons on the side. You thought it was a hockey team from Boston, right? You thought you're playing the Brewers or the Celtics. And that was the way the game was played. Everyone would call us bad boys because we didn't put up with any sugar, honey, iced tea. And and I just sit and I think about MJ, and if I knew it, and I was as competitive, all of us are as competitive as MJ, the entire Piston team. So he was like, I'm doing this all by myself, and I got no help. You didn't have any help because we punked everybody else. And when guys wanted to stand up, I got a video when they wanted to hit us back and do things and stand back. We were laughing. We were like, oh, you guys are trying to be, they would hit and they would stand there. You ever see an NBA fight? You put your hands down, put your chin forward. I was a dumbass. So I would laugh when they did that. And I'm telling you, if we knew that we had MJ's number that way, we would have really put it on him because it would have never happened. Y'all would have never seen the Bulls be what they become. And by that time, we were like not the team we were.
Right.
We got to the Eastern Conference Finals, but we didn't have what we had.
How hard is it to repeat? Because that's
harder.
I mean, that feels like, when was the last time we had a repeat? It's been I guess the
Warriors.
Heat. Oh, the Warriors, yeah. So that happens a lot. But I always think that toll it takes, year after year, is playing that deep into the season. It's got to be a point where you're like, I'm just tired.
Yeah. Well, this is the other problem. When winning the championship is very hard. Trust me. But when you win the championship, the next year, you're the one everyone is gunning at. There are no soft games.
Right.
Everybody is like, oh, we about to play the champs. I'm gonna get my all. I'm gonna get. Matter of fact, I'm hurt. I kind of got a knee pain on Tuesday, but on Thursday they're jumping 80 inches out of the gym. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, you were hurt 2 days ago.
Probably more games on TV too, so guys get more amped up for that.
Yeah, they get more amped to get at us. In Boston, I remember one time somebody was ringing the fire alarm every half an hour, so we couldn't take naps
at the
in half an hour.
hotel?
Yeah.
I love that. That's probably Hank.
Yeah.
Hank probably broke it, our producer.
Great.
You mentioned Glenn Rice. You probably haven't been asked this question, but when I hear Glenn Rice's name, I always think back to the rumor that came out like 7-8 years ago. Sarah Palin, when she was a sports reporter up in
what you're talking
Alaska.
about.
You don't know what I'm talking
I have
about.
the right to remain silent. Anything I say can or will be used against me in a court of court.
Because Glenn allegedly confirmed it to the reporter, but he never said anything publicly. Did he ever mention that to you? Like him and her used to be they had a thing?
Crickets. No, he never mentioned anything to me about it. I met Sarah Palin at a really big-time party in Malibu, and she turned around, she said, Spider Sally. And I said, Sarah Palin. She was like, hey, how you doing? And I looked at her and I said, boy, you done got big time. Because she used to live in Portland, and, she was big time. I met her back then. So I love what Sarah Palin had turned into. Well, some of the things she says I didn't, but I love that she went from this point to this point to this point. I like to see people build themselves into something better.
But Glenn never once mentioned it to you.
No, and Glenn was married all the times I was around Glenn, and he used to make me, because he was so, and I was just getting married, he was so into it. He said, man, I don't want to go to the nightclubs, man, and be, with all these guys. I'm not into it. So we would go to the movies, and I love movies.
Yeah.
So we would go see a different movie, and then I would take him to see some independent movie. Sal, don't take me to see nothing like that again, man. I don't even understand. And then there was words going under the bottom, that kind of thing. But I loved going to movies. So we would find different movies we would go to. We would eat and go to the 9 o'clock show, which would finish at 11:15. We're not gonna go to sleep to 2 o'clock anyway.
Yeah.
So what about the Bad Boy Pistons? Who was, like, in your opinion, the leader of the Bad Boys, or like the baddest boy?
Was Rick Mahorn was the baddest and still is the baddest of the Bad Boys. And then Bill Laimbeer, let me tell you, I tell you, Lamb would put you can boo him, you can do all of that stuff and throw it at him. Give it to me. And it was like fuel. It was fuel. The smartest player, one of the smartest players I've ever been with was Bill Laimbeer. Really thought it through. Isaiah overthink. Is that a word? Think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was so particular. I remember one time he was like, we should win about 64 games this season with this team. I was like, what are you talking about? And he had looked at the whole schedule. He goes, well, you guys don't act right when we go to L.A., so I'm going to take the L here. Like he wouldn't hang out, but he knew our he knew our faults and he knew our strength.
What's the sneaky not act right city? Because everyone obviously picks L.A. and Miami.
Atlanta,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's the one to look out because we're gamblers.
Atlanta, Houston.
Okay.
Dallas.
Okay.
Utah.
Why?
Some of the prettiest women on the planet are in Utah, and they trying to get out.
What about New York? You're a New York guy.
I'm a New York guy, but it was, back in the day we had the shop, but there's nowhere to hang out in New York now. You know what I'm saying? They didn't they rob and one of the players a little while ago leaving a strip joint? So he was leaving a strip joint. He got in the Uber, too cheap to have his own car, a driver. Who says, now they learn. And they pulled and they got him and they shot him in the leg. I remember that. So there's no place to hang out.
Who was that?
See, the fact that no one remembers it is amazing. D.C. is also Philadelphia is a great place to go. But, if you go out with a girl, she might have you set up and, want to down on those crazy streets.
Yeah, so when you come back, like in New York, when you would come back and play here as being, like from the area, but you're playing for a rival team, did they respect you in the Garden?
Hell no.
The Mecca did not respect you.
Literally, I was on a foul line during an exhibition game my first year, and the guy said, Sally, you still a duck? And I started dying. I started laughing. I backed up. I laughed. I nodded, and I got up and I shot. So I'm not a Knicks fan. I was a Celtic fan growing up in Brooklyn. So obviously, a lot of people didn't like me or what I thought about. But I had this thing about being a fan of a team that hired the first black coach and won all the time. I didn't like a team that only won 2 years and everybody acts like 1972, 73 is coming back. It's not. They're never going to win.
Yeah. What is if you had to describe New York basketball though, growing up? Because you love. Chris Paul did it the other night when he tried to do the God Sham God, and it was like great to see because then everyone was like, "Oh fuck!" Like that's a style of basketball.
Yes.
That play, God Sham God, a legend. Obviously didn't have the NBA career, but there's something almost romantic about each city's brand of basketball.
Yeah, New York City brand is. I played in every single park. Usually, not every single one. Mostly, I think every park in Manhattan, in Queens and Brooklyn, a lot in the Bronx, but I've never played at the Rucker. And the reason I never played at the Rucker is I wanted to have my career solidified as a pro. And they kept thinking, why not? Because I remember there's a guy who didn't go to class, who failed out, who literally snorted cocaine and probably was better than everybody in the NBA playing at the Rucker. And I didn't need to prove it. I just needed to go to college and get into the pros. But I've never played at the Rucker. But I also played. I'm from Brooklyn, but I played with the Gauchos, and I played with Ditmas All-Stars, Ted Gustis, Vanguard with Gil Reynolds, Barney Davis. I just talked to Barney Davis a few minutes ago. I played with the right coaches in the right places. But in New York, basketball is do or die. And I went in there with a mentality of this is my life, and if you dunk on me, you play better than me, I lose my life.
So who is the guy growing up who maybe played at Rucker who was just better than everyone who didn't make it to the pros? Was there one guy who's like, oh, we talk about this guy and he's just incredible?
Earl Manigault.
Yeah.
The
GOAT. And then, but let me tell you, there's a guy in New York that in Brooklyn, Fly Williams.
That's a great name.
Yeah, Fly Williams going against World Be Free. I saw that. I went to see that. I went to see World Be Free, who also was a great Brooklyn player. My favorite player was Bernard King of all time. It was the only time I was a Knicks fan is watching BK. Only time.
So I was going to follow up on that because I thought you were talking about Earl Manigault, whose story is amazing. If you haven't read about him, I would suggest they made a movie.
Don
out
Cheadle.
of him,
Don Cheadle played it.
Yeah, allegedly like one of the greatest basketball players to ever walk the earth.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him play against NBA players?
No, I haven't. I tell you this, and it was another thing too. When we would see NBA players in Brooklyn, we'd be like, "Yo, I'm about to give him the business."
Right.
Nobody was like, "Hey, man, I'm a fan of yours." You don't do that. You don't. One, I had to tell David Robinson that in college. He came up and said, "Man, I'm a huge fan of yours," and I was playing him the next day, and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And I realized he wasn't looking to kill me. He was a fan of mine, so I got him in foul trouble. And at the end of the game, I said, "Never tell anybody how much you like him." When he got in the pros, he was trying to tear my head off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
That is.
Yeah.
That is. I do great stories for free. I'm here for free.
Yeah, and check out Sneakerella on Disney Plus. All right, so I'll go last question. This has been awesome. We appreciate you coming by.
Oh, I love you guys.
Anytime you want to come by, we'd love to have you on.
Pardon my take.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes, and you started this whole thing.
I sure did.
All of it.
Me and the henchmen.
Yes.
And if they tell you, back when Gawker, remember when it was Gawker, and all of a sudden I would do spider stories, and I would have tons of views, which in 2011 I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I would just do it and leave, realizing I was giving away all this free content.
Yeah, you are the podfather.
I am the Little Richard of podcasts.
Yes, you are. All right, so the Roback question, RHOBACK, use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. Q-Zips hoodies, the best clothes out there, roback.com. Okay, Billy, are you ready?
You ready,
Got
Billy?
your wits about you. Are you ready to go?
I got my prep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Quick question. You made a couple assertions about large herbivores as the exemplar of diet, large muscle mass, those types of things. But you kind of discount that a lot of these herbivores have way different digestive systems and spend most of their day eating vegetation. For example, the lowland gorilla spends about 90% of its day eating different vegetation.
Which ones? Leaves.
Leaves.
Yeah.
Right. And fruit.
And-
And shoots and any type of vegetation in the jungle,
Right.
in the lowlands.
While trying to have children. So I know what you
That's
were going to
the
go
10%.
to. I was right. 10% of his time
But also
is
eating and
literally, he's out trying to father and continue the race. Now, I know what you're going to talk about, the stomachs, right? A cow having 4 stomachs and they having it. Well, we have one, and we take bovine fluid, which is not designed for a human body. It's designed for bovine. So when you eat bovine fluid, for you guys that don't know that, called milk, well, cow milk, it doesn't digest. So not only am my black ass not lactose intolerant, none of us are to deal with
Was you
lactose.
saying no ice cream?
Not cow ice
No,
cream.
but some people do continue to have lactose in their the exact
no, we're
enzyme to
falling
break
apart.
down lactose.
No, they don't.
Later, yes, they do.
No, that's
later
called
into their
pimples.
life.
Those are called pimples. And so that big white thing that comes on your forehead,
That's milk.
That's your body literally trying to
No. Well,
rid yourself.
we've totally digressed from the actual question.
Can I
There was
try
no
to-
question. Is there a
consuming
question in the future?
vegetation.
I'm going to run Billy through the translator. So I think what Billy's getting at is that he's saying that, yes, certain animals can get big and develop muscle mass, but they spend an amount of their day eating these things that we as humans, we don't have 90% of our day to sit around eating leaves.
It's inefficient. Most of plant matter is made up of cellulose, which is made from cell walls, when we are made up of cell membranes, and we can't consume those.
Okay, so I got a question. Within the cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Within the mitochondria, how do you clean that? Well, if you eat things that are blocking your body, you literally are slowing down the fan, and you're slowing down your cell production. And if we're talking on a cellular level, when you're speaking on a cellular level, you should only eat cells that can go in your mouth, give you fuel, and be removed. When you're eating dead carcass, your body now, when it goes into your stomach, recognizes it as flesh, throws an enzyme around it, and says, hey, you're eating yourself, or you're eating of yourself, when it only recognizes cells. I forgot to tell you, too, I'm almost a doctor. But besides that,
No, but quick question about that. When it takes to, so you're talking about like high cholesterol and a lot of the oils that go in?
that comes out of the food that you're eating.
Right.
We're not supposed to eat the cholesterol. When you eat eggs, that's 100% cholesterol, and that's bad LDL. You don't want to eat that. So if you're eating 100% cholesterol in your body, you are now slowing down your blood content. You're adding so much blockage within your veins, and you're causing your heart to beat hard.
But doesn't that have more to do with insulin sensitivity, which has to do with muscle mass rather than actual cholesterol levels?
No, so when you're taking these cholesterol, most of your insulin comes from your liver. So if you're blocking your liver, you now put all the problem or all the added onto your pancreas, which doesn't make anywhere close to insulin as your liver does. So if you don't eat things that block your liver, you now will not become diabetic or have this insulin problem.
Now back to but seriously, to keep your
I
insulin.
feel like that ref from the boxing.
No, but
meet.
keeping your
they're
insulin
going.
levels, I mean, your insulin sensitivity, a lot of that is affected by high sugars, seed oils, and a lot of the stuff that you end up consuming as a vegetarian because you try to fill your hunger levels and try to eat stuff that is vegan or vegetarians. And this is a lot of fruit sugars, fructose, sucrose, just because you're searching to get energy from things that will give you energy and end up ruining your insulin sensitivity, lowering your muscle mass, and just all those benefits that you look for through the vegetarian diet.
Okay. So this is one way of looking at it, but this is the true way of looking at it. Your body does not want fructose. Your body wants glucose. Where glucose, that is what is helping the mitochondria of your cell, glucose. But when you eat a Western diet, they're forcing sugar, which is fructose, into your diet. When you eat a hamburger, all that sugar inside the bread, all the sugar inside the ketchup, all the sugar inside of mustard. When you eat, because your body's designed as a herbivore to only.
I do not believe that humans were originally herbivores.
No.
Chimpanzees.
Now we've got
Chimpanzees are probably closest living ancestor. Eat other monkeys. They eat meat. It is well documented. I think we are actually omnivorous, and that was what created the extra.
But did we descend from chimpanzees, or
No,
did we
we
descend
have a
from
common
a cousin?
ancestor.
I gotta answer it.
I'm
We have
sorry
a
to
common
get all
ancestor that was
anthropological on you,
documented
Billy, but
to
that's just
eating meat.
No.
that's
Eating
just a
meat is
fake
one of the
stat.
reasons why our brains grew when other animals didn't.
Listen, and I'm going to tell you something. If we came from, remember that guy said, if we're descended from apes, why are there still apes?
Because we're not descended from current apes. We're descended from a common ancestor.
Okay, so this is going to get into a deeper thing, and I want people to do the research. This is not me saying it. This is research, okay?
Sneakerella, Disney Plus.
Black people have been on the planet for 16,000 years. They say the Caucasian has only been on the planet for 6,000 years.
We're gentrifying.
Right? Then they came in and took over Brooklyn. Right? So if that is a true statement, right? I got part of this from Dr. Ben Carson. I'm not saying that, but he knows, and Dr. Clark. And so when we talk about humans and how the humans are designed, certain people are designed a certain way. Caucasians come from the Caucasus Mountains, supposedly. Now, when I went to Egypt, and I studied, and I just to let you know, I'm just going over. So different digestive going to it. Being you have light hair, light color skin, light eyes, obviously a cave dweller. And it's because you had to come from, you couldn't deal with the sun. Your hair was elongated, your nose was elongated because it was cold to air. Am I correct?
This is, yeah.
Billy tapped out. Billy tapped.
You got it.
Oh my God! I've never seen Billy
you got
just
it.
Right, hair
I'm
on
not-
your body. White.
Yeah,
If you see Africans, there's no hair on our body, on our chest. So it's a different situation. And when you're in cold weather and you have to eat what's available is when they grabbed animals. The first thing they did in Africa, if you did it, they did it in Japan too. When they would eat a fish, that's why sushi, they would have a whole fish and have small amounts of it. But when you eat something that shuts your body down where you have to go to sleep, it's not just black people who got negroitis or, you know what I'm saying? White folks eat and get sleepy too. And they rubbed it because your body trying to digest something that is not supposed to be in it. It's not giving it fuel. It shuts you down, make you go to sleep because the body is cleaning and digesting while you rest.
I mean, this all makes sense to me because every time I eat a big meal, I want to go to sleep.
Right. And you're lazy. You don't want to walk.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, yeah.
No,
Let's
guilty.
Let's distill this debate down to something that everyone can understand. What is the greatest food of all time?
Oh,
The ones that the best thing about we call fast food fruit in the vegan world.
that
Right?
was so lame.
Yeah.
If you grab
You
it,
end up eating too much fructose.
I got excited
You're getting
for a
it back.
second.
not fructose. It is glucose.
No,
So-
the
when you're eating fruit.
the definition of fruit.
It's a pear.
Okay.
Fructose is sugar from fruit.
Okay, but this is sugar that your body identifies. The other sugar is literally like a residue of salt. Like when you get table salt, that's a residue of sea salt. If you take sea salt, and I tell people this all the time, I literally would tell you to take a half a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt, and put it in your mouth and literally swish it around for 5 minutes. Then spit that out. And the reason I tell you that is now you have all the minerals that you need from the salt. And every time you eat, you will not have a taste. You will not say, hey, this needs salt. It won't happen. And if you eat the fruit, right, you eat fruit that has the citrus fruit. Certain times you eat a citrus fruit. I think you should eat bananas every day, especially, man, it's good for your thing. And I also think that you should eat fruit and vegetables according to seasons that they grow, because that's how your body is going to move, according to the sun and the moon.
So are you saying banana is the greatest fruit of all time?
The greatest fruit of all time is passion fruit to me. I love passion fruit.
But you understand that corn syrup is fructose.
Corn syrup is a derivative of what they make in a factory. Anything made in a factory is factory made, and that's not it. But anything made in nature, organically, not the watermelons without seeds, not the GMO situation. You can eat it. Look, you can't tell me that, because I watch Usain Bolt run backwards faster than most people run forward. He's a fruit-eating gazelle.
Is he a vegan?
No, he should be, because he's Jamaican. They eat oxtail and they eat ox dick, but most of the time they're eating green, and they're eating like even rosters, right? Rosters don't eat anything that you can't catch in your hand. So for fish, you catch it in your hand, you could eat it.
So I don't preach, like when you said talking about cheeseburgers and stuff, I don't think that's healthy.
Really doesn't
I think
preach
high
that.
protein, like high meat
What's
diets.
high protein?
Just
the
I'm not
keto
doing
diet has been
macros.
proven to cause heart attack.
right. I'm saying
Yeah,
low
he had
carb.
us on it, and we all
Almost
got
had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
No,
we
but
were-
that depends on your
we got
insulin.
kidney
sensitivity.
stones.
Everyone in this room has kidney stones.
Yeah,
thanks to
because
Billy.
of Billy.
Yeah. Okay, so how we get rid of kidney stones? This is what I want you guys to do. I want you to
piss.
drink a liter of water, spring water a day, and I want you to put a teaspoon of baking soda in it. And throughout the day, I want you to drink that. That is going to help your kidneys give all the nutrients it want, and we can hopefully eventually push the stones through your body without having to have pain.
Okay. You got more?
My last point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Billy, you already tapped.
I already tapped.
I mean, we
This
started
is like-
talking about
I think we're good.
This is like a
Okay.
UFC fighter that's been submitted. They're raising the other guy's hand,
Yeah, he's
and
like,
then
no,
Billy's
I
finally
want it.
waking up. He's
Yeah,
like, I
want
didn't
the
tap.
rematch. I want a rematch. Yeah, I'm good.
But
Billy, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, yeah, I have children. Oh, Sneaker's older than you. But that doesn't mean anything. I'm glad you're at this point, but I want you to look, and I want you to pay attention to literally what you eat should go in, give you energy, and go out. And when you eat dead carcass, your body is slowly to move that through your body, and it dehydrates you, which makes it even slower to move through your
How
body.
But
about
what if
this?
I'm
If John
evolved as
Salley,
a carcass eater?
Then your teeth would be sharper, and you would eat it raw. If you really, really want to prove that you should eat meat, you should never cook it.
Oh, he
raw
already
liver?
doesn't. Yeah.
Well, what you're going to do is get really sick, because it's decaying carcass. So the only way they can get around it is to change the DNA by cooking it more than 118 degrees.
I just think that eating a healthy diet with meat, low carb, without like all these processed stuff, seed oils, processed sugars. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying meat isn't really the devil. It's
It is.
more the
No,
process.
the people that kill sentinel beings thinking that I deserve and I'm above them. Nothing deserves to die. Let me just say this one thing to you. I'm going to get this to you. Remember I Am Legend with Will Smith, great
Yeah.
movie, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Am Legend 2 is coming out. I don't want to advertise that
Oh, it
movie
is?
because Sneakerella 2.
Yes.
Watch
Sneakerella
that,
is coming out May 13th on Disney Plus. Make sure you check your listings. This is the deal on the 13th. If you had to hunt your food, you'd be a vegetarian. Guaranteed, because you would not be able, one, you wouldn't have a refrigerator. Two, if you killed a big old something, you would have to hurry up and get it before the real predators came and decided that you were going to be a side meal. And if it got to it, and one thing, you can't always go and get a kill, you're going to have to eat something. And it was, I eat beef jerky.
I'm not saying
all right.
not eat vegetation.
Right. But pretty soon, that was all you'd be able to eat.
I'm all I'm going to say is I'm going to end this here.
Wait,
because we can do this
one more
forever.
thing, one more thing.
John
This-
Salley definitely has done a lot of research.
Yeah,
I
got
but-
up your
but
research.
This is all I
my
did. One
research-
more thing.
I wasn't going to get into genetic
Genetics?
diets.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
'Cause
Just
that's-
let me
that's
give you
not
this.
gonna
Let me give you this
publicists
one
knows.
thing I want you to think of. So at one time, black folks were brought to this country and were enslaved. They did not give them meat, and look how strong they were. There was no meat. They wasn't giving no slaves no steak. They wasn't giving them no chicken. You better not kill that chicken. They were eating vegetables, and look how strong they were.
There's no chance Billy's going to have anything to say to that. Yeah, tapping out.
John Salley.
How about this, though? How about if you can accurately predict who the NBA Finals MVP will be now? Tatum.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then Billy has to go vegan for a month and try it.
I put it to this way. If you do it my source of vegan, if we can have a conversation and you don't lie, right, because you'd be lying to yourself. I told Madison too. Madison thinks I'm crazy on the stuff I'm trying to push in, but I'm sure because I did it the wrong way too. I was a junk food vegan, and I was a processed food vegan, and it's not the way to be. I would give you things that they're not mentioning to you, digestive enzymes, systemic enzymes. I would make sure you took a certain amount of herbs. You're 23 years old. I would give you the right amount of herbs, especially ones that clean out your lower intestines. And I guarantee you, your cut of your body after dealing with me and your workout, I guarantee you're going to be like, yeah, and you're not, because I'm going to give you a fake cheat day, meaning you get a processed food day, just not a dead animal processed food day.
Okay, so Billy, if it's Jason Tatum, NBA Finals MVP,
Yeah.
you have to go vegan for
I'll
a
do
month.
it with you.
His way.
Can I
do it
still
with
drink
you.
Coors Light? Is Coors Light vegan?
Yes.
All right, there we go.
Cause
And will
Perfect.
I get strength gains?
yes.
Yes.
I will
You're
go
gonna be
up.
able to do
said that.
and you should do more static workout than doing lift. Your body will never push a weight. So the more static and the more flexibility you get, the stronger you become.
Will I be able to bench press more than I can?
He only
How much is your
benches 255.
275. That's
Same
a
as me.
lie. That is
Oh,
why.
I
Look
know a
behi-
girl that can do that.
No, look behind it. 275. That's my. I'm
That's
on
your
top of the
handwriting
list.
as well.
Wow. I guarantee you would. How much you want? How about I
I've
get 30
benched
pounds
over-
on top of it?
I benched over 300 pounds before, but that's what it is now.
Nobody was there, so we don't believe you.
It was in college. We can check my.
Yeah.
We can check my.
It's
We
my
can check my
Canadian
football
girlfriend,
coach.
yep.
My football
Yep.
coach has a record of it.
Yeah. He also had needles in the back room.
Yeah. All right, so that will do it. I'll do it with you, Billy. Jason Tatum, Finals MVP. We'll both go vegan.
Yes,
Boom.
and we'll be back on. I'll be
Yes.
back here in June for NFT New York. Check out JohnSalleyCryptoShow.com, which is coming out hopefully in June. So I'm just all about crypto. I do kind of what you guys do, but I only talk about what I know, and I won't. If I don't know, I research that. I
love it. I love it. Well, everyone check out Sneakerella. Thank you so much, John. This has
I
been
love
awesome.
you guys. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, come back. John Salley is brought to you by Shopify. They are the all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. Shopify gives entrepreneurs the resources once reserved for big business, so upstarts, startups, and established businesses alike can sell everywhere, synchronize online and in-person sales, and effortlessly stay informed. Shopify offers online retailers a suite of services including payments, marketing, shipping, and customer engagement tools. Connect with your customers, drive sales, manage your day-to-day. Shopify instantly lets you accept all major payment methods. Shopify has thousands of integrations and third-party apps, from on-demand printing to accounting to advanced chatbots and beyond. Go to shopify.com/take, all lowercase, for a free 14-day trial. And get full access to Shopify's entire suite of features. Grow your business with Shopify today. Go to shopify.com/take right now.
Okay, we are going to finish up the show with our good friend Jersey Jerry back in studio for a little Bring Your Lunch Pail blue collar talk. Jerry, before we get to the questions, Hank has some questions. Let's do a little quick recap of the Steelers draft. How are you feeling? You are wearing all Steelers gear.
Yep.
As you do every day.
Yep.
Yep. What do you think about the draft?
A minus.
A minus.
Oh,
Yeah.
why the minus?
I don't feel like they should have taken two receivers. So that's my only downfall.
But you got to
Mitch
reload,
needs
right?
weapons.
Whoa.
Wait, Mitchell? Does
okay.
Mitchell need weapons or does Kenny need weapons?
Uh-oh.
Are you guys putting me on the spot right now?
Yeah, I mean,
that's quite
of course.
something that was said.
I think it's a legitimate question, right?
This is what I'll say. I show respect to Mitch and his wife from day one.
Mitchell.
Just had a kid.
Just had a kid. I show
Congrats.
respect. I reached out to.
Did she ever respond to your DM?
I reached out to the wife. I got left on not even seen. Didn't even care.
What percentage of your DMs that you send out do you think get responded to?
6%?
Yeah, that seems about right.
That's not bad.
We were actually just talking to Will Compton, who's in the office this week, and they were going back and forth, and Jerry's like, yeah, I asked TJ Watt. I DM'd him that when he goes up against Taylor Luan, he's got to bury him. He didn't respond, but the message was sent.
When I saw the DMs that you sent to TJ Watt, like long before you worked here, this was like back in the day, like right after you drafted, you started the conversation.
On draft
I was
day.
just wondering, like, you probably have like a dialogue running with like 50% of the Steelers players.
I'd say close to 50%.
Wait, what's can you read a couple of the TJ Watt DMs you sent over the years? Because those were very funny. It was Mac from Always Sunny and Chase Utley.
Yeah, I got him right here. It was
Okay.
I mean, how you want me to go back?
Just fire off a few.
Read the one where you're like, and I'm a real football fan.
Just fire them off.
I said
These are all no responses. By the
these
way.
are all no response. This is March 2nd, 2020. TJ, one time I went to a Steelers game against the Jets. I was sitting front row. I had a sign that said, TJ, can you sign my jersey? And you gave me a head nod. Unfortunately, I had a family emergency right after pregame and had to leave. Any chance if I pay you, would you be able to do that for me? You're my favorite player. After that, he put up a picture of his food. I said, bully food. And then I just said, March 31st, 2021, TJ, I work for, not going to mention his name, from Entourage. Would you be interested in coming on a podcast for 20, 30 minutes? Nothing. TJ, my name is Gerard, but you can call me Jersey Jerry. Today's my birthday. I would love to make my birthday wish come true if you were able to just respond and say happy birthday.
What age were you turning?
That was when I was turning 26.
Okay. When's your birthday, Jerry?
May 11th.
Well,
May 11th. So what was your birthday wish this year?
You got it.
I got
What
my
was
wish.
it?
Yeah.
Dinner with Kenny Pickett
Nice.
and
and Big Cat.
well, I mean, you said that a part of me going to dinner was part of your birthday wish.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if I said it here, but Jerry Kenny Pickett was at dinner and he just turned to him and it was like, hey, let me give you a little piece of NFL advice. And I thought it was going to be about, I don't know, like he was going to say like, hey, make sure you rent, don't own because it's a tough league, or like study the playbook. He just said, Friarmouth is always open. That was his advice. Great advice.
Can I hit that vape real quick?
Yeah, no.
Thank you. That's a task.
This is the one that really
Pass.
sent people over the edge. I put, yo, TJ, I've been trying to reach you, bro, with a question mark.
Oh, that got a little hostile.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the mood that day? You were just like, fuck this guy. He's
No, I was just like, dude, like, this is like 3 years now. I mean, I'm trying. I'm just trying to build a relationship, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I consider myself, like, and dude, like, a lot of the internet and, like, Twitter and, like, Instagram, like, outside of Pittsburgh, they know me, bro. Like, I'm one of the biggest fans. The only thing missing my whole life was the Pittsburgh roots. I never had that.
But I think Steelers fans like your passion.
Yes, for sure.
Steelers players like your passion.
Yes, for
but
sure.
let's now roundabout way go back to the question at hand.
Yeah, so
Mitch or Ken.
Wait, no. I there was one more. It went like, "Dear TJ, I wrote you, but still you ain't calling. I left my pager and home phone at the bottom."
No, that was because they said that. They said that because I said, "Yo, TJ, I've been trying to reach you, bro."
Yeah, no,
and they made a whole thing about it, like the Stan Eminem song.
I kind of want to turn those DMs into the song.
Yeah.
Like get Roan to rap them to the beat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mitch or Kenny?
This is where I stand. Exactly. I'll put it to you very simply. Mitch gets picked up by the Steelers. Show respect immediately. Follow him. Follow the wife. No problem.
DM his wife immediately. Show respect.
DM, show the wife respect. I didn't get an answer. Now, Kenny Pickett followed me. Kenny Pickett's a fan of mine.
He showed you respect.
Showed me respect from the jump. After dinner, you know what I got? I got a follow from Kenny's fiance.
Oh, wow.
A follow. That holds more weight in my book than a message.
Right.
Sure.
Agreed.
So where I stand right now is simply this. Will I root for Mitch? Yes, I will.
Because he's wearing the jersey.
What do you mean?
He's wearing the jersey.
The Steelers jersey.
Oh, yes, of
and
course.
gold. Like,
I thought you meant
root
this.
for the jersey.
I thought you meant this jersey.
No, he's
Sorry.
not wearing Dwayne Haskins' jersey.
Yeah. No, that threw me off. But listen, I respect Mitch. I respect Caleb. I respect those guys. But one thing those guys have to understand is Kenny ain't coming here to take part. Kenny coming here to take over, man. Mm-hmm. And if Mitch should appreciate that competition, and let's see who wins the job, man.
Yeah.
We'll see who wins the job.
And you are, Jerry is, he's seeing Super Bowl for Kenny Pickett in his career. He's seeing it.
I ain't seeing Super Bowl. I'm seeing Super Bowls.
Oh,
So as good as Ben.
Listen, man, all you guys at Barstool did a good job of making me realize Big Ben, and I always loved Big Ben, and this year is going to be really weird for me because that's all I know. But his time was up a long time ago.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He hung on, but, I think he almost did that out of respect for guys like you.
Yeah, he was a crumb bum at the end.
He wanted to stick around.
Wasn't a crumb bum, Dan.
I mean, he was a
Be there
crumb
for the
bum
fans.
at the end.
I mean, they should have won that last game.
I think so.
They should have won that
they
last
were
game.
up. They were up 7-0.
Yeah, well, TJ.
Yeah.
Oh,
Would you want Drew Brees if he came back?
no.
No.
I mean, he can't throw the ball 10 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Big
I
Ben's
wouldn't want
10
him.
times a quarterback.
Yeah.
Listen, I stand with both guys.
I don't know if you can do that, though.
Who am I rooting?
That's gonna,
Well,
it's
you
gonna
can
get
just say you're
tricky
rooting for the
you, though,
Steelers.
Jerry.
Who am I
It's gonna-
rooting for more?
Yeah.
Kenny
Mitch.
Pickett.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
Kenny Pickett.
I mean, you have a relationship with him.
Of course, man. Like we're not only we're friendly. You know what I mean? Like we're doing dinners, we're texting. I'm hitting him up after OTAs and stuff.
You won
like,
Game of the Year. We got the jersey. Oh, I don't know where the jersey went. We have a jersey, Kenny Pickett signed jersey in here.
So what happens if Kenny Pickett has a bad game?
Damn.
What do you do at that
What does
point?
it say? What does it say?
PMT
That's nice.
Game of the Year because he won my Game of the Year.
That's sick.
What do you do, though? What do you do if Kenny Pickett has a bad game?
Listen, man. Like I talked to Kenny about that too, and I told him, I said, listen, I'll never disrespect you. Mm-hmm. Out of respect for you showing me love, I'll never bash you. Throw a pick, it's a bad throw.
Wide receiver's fault.
Should have thrown it to Fryman.
Yeah.
I could always use that excuse. Pat was open, Kenny. Come on, think.
Remember what Jerry said. All right,
Yeah.
let's do some blue collar. Bring your lunch pail talk. Hank, get us going.
Hey, Jerry, it was always blue collar. Mm-hmm. Me and my buddy clean train stations around Massachusetts. Anything from homeless man shits on the ground to tearing down their tents at train stations. Any advice on what to do after a stressful day of work besides slug beers? It was always blue collar. Thanks, Jer.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much. Thank you, Eric, for this. I took a massage, a foot massage out of here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You like it?
Dude, that thing, after work, like last night, I was here for a while. Like I didn't get home till like 11 o'clock.
long day.
I went home. I took a shower.
Stressful.
I put on the TV, and I just put my feet in it and just got him foot massage.
And you're a foot guy.
I'm a foot guy.
Yeah.
Dude, that relaxes the shit out of you.
Okay, that's a good one.
It's a good thing. Just stick your foot into that thing.
Yep. Homedics.
Yeah, Homedics. When you saw it, you were
Yes.
like, Eric,
Yes.
can I please have this?
But
Are you going to use it? I was like, I'm not going to.
I doubled down. I doubled down. Remember with the chair?
Yeah, I had a full back to the chair, and Jerry's like, I noticed that you had the full back chair. Is there any chance I can get that? I was like, no, I'm giving that to my mom for Mother's Day.
Now let me ask you a question, Jerry. When you put your feet in this thing, does it ever say like your feet aren't in it? Like it doesn't register? Like please put your full feet in?
No, Dan. Wow, that was a good one. My feet are small. I don't think 7.5 is not bad. Like people blow that out of proportion.
No, Jerry,
No,
they're,
it's totally normal.
they're perfectly normal size. Perfectly normal. When people say that, it says more about them than it does
agreed.
about you.
I defend you.
Because, listen, you are as God made you, right?
Where do they cut off the youth sizes?
Oh, Hank, now you're just...
I'm curious.
You're
I don't
I
know.
piling
think
on.
it's 6.
6, yeah.
think
So
for
you're
men's
you're
6.
way above that.
Yeah.
I'm a size and a half above.
Have you ever seen a pair of shoes that were maybe a little cheaper in the youth size? You're like, I could buy these, maybe squeeze it over?
No, I can't fit in
wondering.
those. I'm fucking 7.5, bro.
Hey, Jerry, fellow Jersey guy here. I'm running for the delegate position for my union, and the election is next month.
Oh.
I'm up against one guy who most know as a shady fuck, but he's been politicking, parentheses, promising things he can't follow through with, going out of his way to be friendly with guys he's not normally friendly with. It looks like it's going to be a close vote. How do I make sure he doesn't win and prevent my union from turning into bubblegum?
Wow.
You got to start a rumor
good
that
one.
he fucks pigs.
Yeah, you blackmail the shit out of him. That's a good one. Just blackmail his ass, bro.
What were the politics like when it comes to union
Dude,
reps?
it wasn't like, okay, so the union I was in, it was us, like our own supervision wasn't in the union. So it was like whatever we say fucking goes, bro. Like if like they'll come and say, "Hey, why is this job taking 6 hours when it should take 3?" Well, because it's taking 6 hours. Bro.
Oh.
Like that's how it works.
Okay.
Like, you want to fucking, get underground, go ahead. But you're not.
Right.
Like we run the job. We're the ones who pretty much say how long's the job's going to take, how many people we need for the job, and they're just there to make sure we work safe. And but they get money for like if we don't work a lot of overtime, they get like more money. And if we don't,
so it's a conflict of interest when it comes to you with them. Okay,
exactly,
got it.
exactly.
That makes sense.
But yeah, we run the show for sure, 100%.
I think politics are politics no matter what. You got to play dirty. If you're not,
of course.
If you don't play dirty, you're not going to win anything.
Oh, of course, 100%, 100%. I mean, we robbed a lot of time, but we worked fucking hard. Bro, for it.
Right. You deserve that,
Jerry. When you clock out here,
How does that?
Barstool, Jerry's the only person that
those are
actually has a
conflicting
time
reports.
clock that he uses to punch in, punch out. You put in an 8-hour day, right?
At
Even when you
least
work
2:30.
4.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. My first couple months, like my first 3 months, I honestly went home like 2:30.
Yeah.
My first 4 months probably I went home like 2:30. But these last 3 months, like I want to build a name for myself and I want to be around for a long time with Barstool. So I talked to Danny's and Dan doesn't believe this, but hey, one day I want to be big. One day I want to be
do
big.
believe that.
I don't think so.
No. What I'm always laughing at is when you and Rico sit there and you're like, we're gonna take this whole thing over, and I just laugh about the idea of you guys
be funny
running the whole show.
And Billy.
Billy, yeah, it would be very funny. That's a funny idea.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
What time do you leave now?
I leave late now, man.
Yeah,
I leave.
like
I leave
4.
like 6.
So you're on the working man's train home.
Yeah,
A lot of people with briefcases.
100%. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
100%.
Oh, you're white collar now.
I know.
Oh, you're a white collar,
you're white
Jerry.
collar.
I
little bit,
didn't
I
want to
guess.
bring this up, but I feel like I have to now. You performed some minor construction repairs around this office. There were some cement
Yes.
pieces that
Yes.
got dislodged.
Yes.
That you went ahead, you put down the cement, you fixed it.
Yes, it broke.
It broke again.
Yeah, well,
Like,
listen.
what are we paying for here?
To back
Now
myself
you gotta
up.
pay him again to do it
Now I
again.
got to pay you
Number
again.
1, I'm not a mason, but number 2, that's just the union way of doing things, man.
Yeah, you just fix it long enough that you get to come back. Yeah.
keep coming back to fix it.
What's up, Honk, Big Cat, PFT, and text friend of Kenny Pickett?
Yeah.
I pressure wash and detail heavy equipment down in Plant City, Florida. This includes excavators, backhoes, skid steers, front-end loaders, etc. Have a quick question for Jerry. Can you explain to these boys about how the difference between an early morning dart versus a 5 o'clock dart? Interested to hear how SIGs hit up north.
What's a
R.I.P.
dart?
Larry.
Good question. I
Second.
think it's cigarette. Yeah.
So
you
in your
vape.
case with the vape, yeah.
Well, I mean, your first hit of the day is the best of the day, Fucking
Yeah.
if you're getting up early, you get that fucking blood rush to your head.
Yeah.
Get a little lightheaded.
Yeah, but 5 o'clock's like the first hit of the rest of your night.
Yeah, I don't like that
day's
hit.
over. Okay.
I don't like that. I'd rather the morning hit.
Right. So when you would wake up, what time would you have to wake up?
5:45.
Yeah.
5:40.
I don't really like. I have smoked cigarettes in the morning before. It still feels disgusting to me to do it. Like I need.
Oh yeah, dude, they're
It's got to be
gross.
afternoon, after your lunch, after a big meal. That's when you
Yeah.
can have the first one.
Yeah, I mean,
Or just don't smoke.
when I used to smoke cigarettes, I used like the
Man
the
card.
best cigarette was the drive. Like
Safe
get
card.
up, brush your teeth, whatever, shower,
Health
get ready,
card.
and then you're driving, and then you smoke a cigarette in the car or whatever. That's that's the best
I
cigarette.
could see that one.
Yeah. Also, that guy's got an awesome job.
Yes.
He pressure washes heavy construction
He
equipment.
should honestly make an Instagram account because those
Yeah,
videos
so-
go viral all the time.
So satisfying.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you see like the stream hit, all the dirt comes
the
off.
mud and shit.
Yeah.
It looks so clean. That's actually, I'll bet your son would. That's his dream job.
Yeah,
right.
right
like
there.
Any 2-year-old in America, that's what they want to do when they grow up.
Yes.
Hello, Suit Hank,
Honest work.
fighter pilot PFT, father of 2 cat, and JD, Nebraska.
Yeah. Juan Damien.
One day, man. Yeah.
I recently dropped out of college to become a plumber. I'm
Good.
currently training with various guys in my company, but every time I have to fix a toilet, there's always a massive sized dump in it that I have to take care of before I can get to fixing the toilet. Am I being hazed by the guys in my company? Is it normal behavior to expect them to treat the new guys like this? Or am I just having extremely bad luck?
Dude, I think no, he's not having bad luck. That's a setup. But you have to expect that when you're like an apprentice, you know what I mean? I got shit on till the day I left. But like I don't know, dude. Like in the beginning, it's tough.
Was there a moment when you were leaving where they were like, "Hey, Jerry"?
Oh, people
Like,
cried, bro.
Yeah, it'd be like, "Hey, you know all that shit we gave you? We actually really like you." Because that's my
dude.
favorite type of like
Yes.
male friendship, where like you bust balls for so long, and then there's that one moment where you're like, "I actually love you, man."
Yeah, so listen, my stay with the company was for like 4.5 years, and like, dude, was I the best worker? Hell no.
No, not even close.
Not even
Not
close.
even top 100.
Did I stay and scam overtime every day?
Yes.
100%.
But you were working hard.
But I was working hard, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like the first 2 years, they didn't let me touch anything because they thought I was crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like here.
I ain't kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
You showed them.
Yeah. But when I left, there was this guy who always wanted me on his crew. You know, like when you're a foreman there, you get to, you know, you're kind of pick of who you want. But so he always wanted me on his crew. His name was Hank. And
Classic boss
he was an
name.
old man. He was fucking 65, 66 years old. And he would just sit on a bucket all day. And the day I left, he was fucking, he was emotional, bro.
Yeah.
You know why? Because like you're a good dude to have on a crew. Because I'm sure that when it comes to if you have something that has to be done for the job,
Yes.
like the job will be completed.
Oh, for sure,
And
yeah.
You'll take care of it, but also you know how to keep your mouth shut.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
how to kind of like go along.
Yes.
Make sure that everybody's making their money.
Dude, I always had, for breakfast, you have corn muffin and a black coffee every day. I always got him his breakfast, and because, you know, those are the guys who take care of you on your paychecks, you know what I mean?
Right.
And friggin', you know, up until when I left, he's like, dude, like, I worked with that guy for like 3 years straight. You see those guys more than your family, you know what I mean? And like, he was so emotional, bro. He's crying. He's like, I looked at you like a son, you know, I can't believe you're going. I say, you know, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
It's my life
It was,
now.
Juan Damien was always meant for bigger
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I miss that guy, Hank.
I mean, you could call him.
Yeah. I can call him.
All right, last one, 2-part question. What is the worst job you've ever done, and have you ever either walked off a job or quit in the middle of the day?
Good question.
Worst job I ever had was I worked for this company like an hour and 20 minutes from my house when I first got home from Arizona. Friggin', I only worked there for like a week. It was like an hour and a half away in Mount Laurel or something like that, New Jersey. I forget. The guy was like a dickhead though. Like, it was a miserable job, but I never walked out of a job. No, I never did. The best job I ever had, I'll say this. The best job I ever had was when I bagged groceries at the Safeway supermarket.
I heard you saying that you miss some
Kurt
days
Warner.
at Barstool. You're like, I wish I was just back at Safeway.
Yeah.
Traded all to be back at Safeway?
I don't think I would trade it all to be back at Safeway, but that was one of the.
Why?
You know, because I was like I feel like that was the start of my whole career.
Right.
You know,
Right. So it's more time and place, not the actual bagging of the groceries,
Yeah.
but like where you were.
But it
and
was
you're
funny
building
because
your
I love like old people's shit. You know what I mean? Like I love like them getting mad when you put your fucking shit in the wrong
Yeah.
bag. They're hilarious to me.
Like put the heavy stuff at the bottom, please.
Yes.
So you would just
Yeah.
fuck with old people. That's why you loved it.
Dude, my girlfriend, something happened and she had to go and for a checkup. But we went to the emergency room because she was having pain in her stomach. So we go to this emergency room a couple miles away from the house, and I'm sitting there, and this guy walks in a wheelchair. So a tow truck driver ran over his foot, but this guy walked in. He was like a regular there, so all the people knew him.
Was it like a bar that you're going to?
Yes.
I'll take the usual.
Yes.
All right,
in
couple
the emergency
X-rays.
room. This guy, I got the clip. I got to send it to you guys. It is hilarious. It is so funny. This guy's motherfucking the people left and right. Just,
I think I saw you put that on Twitter.
Yes.
right?
Yeah, characters,
okay.
yeah.
dude, I love old people like that.
Yeah.
So when you were bagging groceries, would you secretly judge people for what they were buying?
Not really, no. Not really. I mean, there's some weird people out there, you know? Like, I don't know. I never judge people, though.
yeah.
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 I'm not a judger.
This has been great, Jerry.
Yeah, it's been
we
fun.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Numbers. Do you want to do numbers? You want to guess a number?
28.
8? Okay.
9.
Is 8? Oh, Kenny
25.
Hank's
Pickett?
never
Oh,
won.
okay. So you're not going to do 10?
I'll do 8.
I'll do 10
All right.
for Mitch.
I'll do 3 for
9.
Dwayne.
Nice. Oh, we got 8, 9, and 10, and Meme's got 4.
Oh, log jam. Look at that
log
log
jam.
jam.
We got to do it again.
No. I've never
Doesn't
seen
count.
that. That was like 4 balls that got stuck
Doesn't
there.
count. It was close to 55. Double nickel. $22. Oh, that's a first timer. I fucking guessed
do you know that?
Because I've guessed it so many times. Damn.
So we have 6, 20, 26, 27, 29, 51, 78, 88. Still a lot of
That's it.
20s.
lot of
Okay.
20s.
Scoregami.
I've guessed 22 probably more than any other
What do you
number.
get
I'm an
if you
idiot.
win that?
Nothing.
It just
Literally,
You get-
half the time we
I don't
get
know.
it.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Hank's never gotten it.
you get like a moment of excitement, and then everybody forgets about it. Seriously, 2 seconds.
Dude, it's a
later.
moment of
Most
excitement
people
that everyone's
forget
like,
when it even pops up that
Yeah.
someone else said the number.
Yeah, it's a moment of excitement that everyone's like, wait, that was your number? And then the show's over. So that's the show.
Love you guys.
Talking away, I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today is another day to find you shining away. I'll be coming for your love, okay?